Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to my stream. I'm Crazy Ewok, and today I'm taking a break from FF7 Rebirth, and I'm back in Genshin Impact. Let's load in. So yeah, a new update came out for this game earlier this week. Genshin Impact 5.5. And the final, I think, tribal quest is now available, and I want to play through it today. I'm a little bit worried about how the story is gonna flow now that I've actually been playing like quote unquote real games like Final Fantasy VII, and having a lot better time playing like Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth. Compared to this game, so I don't know how my perspective will have changed now, but to be honest, the Notlin stories, especially these tribal stories, have not really been too memorable for me. I don't even remember what happened in the Flower Feather clan. There was a few things that happened here. One of them was like a bunch of people who are having a lot of like mental issues that are exasperated by the abyss poisoning or something like that, and I don't even think that was a part of this quest. I think that was something else, actually. I don't even remember what the tribal story was here. Do they tell you? Is there like a menu where I can kind of get like a summary? This button? No. Story quests. Ah, here we go. So this one I still remember. There was a whole thing about kind of doing the work yourself and going on the journey yourself, and realizing like the journey is like what really matters, not necessarily the destination. And I feel like this one was pretty well done. This one I don't remember anything about. I think there was a festival or something, and we got to kill like some big monster at the end. And there was like a bit of conflict between new ways of thinking and old ways of thinking or something like that. But I don't really remember the ins and outs of this one. This is the one with a mother who wants to somehow bring back her daughter or something. And I don't know, this one was very confusing to me, so well, it's also not on the good side for me. I don't remember this one at all. even skimming what this says, I don't remember anything about this. Obsession turned to delusion, and desires were forged into crimes. Yet thanks to your joint efforts, Tapal's dying wish and Alpa's obstinacy did not ultimately lead to disaster, and in the wake of airborne workshop dismantling. Oh, is this the one with like the jetpacks? There's like a Fontaine company coming in, trying to sell people jetpacks or something like that, so that they don't have to fly on the whatever the dinosaurs are here, the flying guys. Is that this one? It sounds kind of like it. Yeah, this one wasn't too memorable either. It feels a bit contrived. Like, for whatever reason, the jetpacks were like powered by like the suffering of animals or something like that, and I felt like that was like kind of stupid. So yeah, this one wasn't very memorable for me. This one kind of, I don't know. Personally, I didn't really like this character all that much, because she's just like this. She's supposed to be this like old lady, but she acts like a young child. So it's just like, I don't know, that does not click in my brain. Like, if you're an old lady, you should have the wisdom of an old lady, even if you look young, right? And but then she's just like super selfish, super kind of annoying. But I guess she does show like a bit of her like caring side, because I believe this is the one where she has this friend who like, well, kind of like frenemy, and she doesn't really like wanna admit it that they're kind of friends, kind of enemies, kind of rivals, I guess. But the rival made this like amazing thing that apparently defeated like this big, or won this big fight somehow, this big like this awesome magic ritual or something like that. and she actually taught it to her, and somehow the main character, the traveler, was able to do it too. Yeah, this one wasn't too good for me either. The stories in Natlin so far has been a lot less memorable, a lot less impactful, uh, compared to some of the stories in like Fontaine, Sumeru, and the earlier days of the Genshin Impact stories. I feel like it almost seems like they tried a little bit too hard to structure everything, and everything being like contained as its own story. Um, I don't know. I didn't really enjoy. I liked it when they sprinkled a little bit of like overworld lore, where it's like, oh, this is Visions. Visions is like uh, all across like Genshin Impact's like culture and lore and everything, where every single character has a vision and how they get their visions and stuff. It's like interesting stories, but no, they stopped. They kind of stopped doing that, and yeah, unfortunately, I guess this is the direction they're going, and maybe they thought it was a good idea. But then for me personally, I guess it hasn't really resonated. This is the next one we're doing. It is called Ardent Land of Plenty. Is that also what the other menu? Oh, there's also an event here too, so I'll probably have to figure this out as well. But it's actually this one we're playing. Mushroom Realm Mystery. Is this the right one? There's FOMO rewards here, so I'm assuming this might be the right one. Tribal Chronicles. Collective of Plenty unlocked. A blazing volcano nurtures a people with spirits just as fiery, favoring the odds to build themselves a prosperous home. It is easy to get lost in the warmth and peacefulness of countryside life, and nobody noticed that the seeds of calamity had already been planted. However, despite lurking in the shadows for a long time, those schemes never took root. It's all thanks to that girl who didn't think and just ate. Deception and derision? Derision? She scarfs them all down. Okay, so she's a hungry person. I think they're talking about her as she's like holding food. So this one kind of relies, or not relies, or showcases, I guess. I don't know the right word is. Showcases Varesa. Yeah, so essentially what they did was, I feel like, can I go back into that menu with all the stories? So instead of just like regular story quests, I guess these are the ones I haven't completed yet, with a little bit of a story for each character, they essentially kind of merged the story quest of each of these characters that are showcased here with the tribals quest, or whatever tribe that they're a part of, which I don't know, it feels like a shortcut to me, or they're trying to like kind of merge stuff. But I feel like that's probably trying to make one of these do too much, because like the first two acts usually just sets up the premise of the area, the tribe, like what they're known for, what they do, what they believe in. And then the third one really is the character story. Then the characters really get involved and we actually go on a bigger adventure. I feel like the first two we're going to get done really quick, and then the third one's going to take like 3 hours. So if that's how they structured this one as well, it was like that for the other ones. So I'm assuming that's how they structured this one as well. But yeah, actually let's track this new quest. It's this one? No. In the footsteps of chosen by dragons. Nope. Is it this one? No, it's not. Release the Alcor to connect the aqueducts. No, this is in Fontaine. Is it this one? For Arthurian companions. This is a children's echoes. Do I need to activate it somehow? Focus mode. I honestly still don't know what focus mode does. Okay, so it highlights this red thing. It's called Ardent Land of Plenty. Talk to the girl by the side of the road. As you arrive at the outskirts of the great volcano of Tolan, you come across a young girl by the roadside. Okay. Let's do it. So yeah, with the new update also comes this entire area here as well that I've not gone to. I'm actually afraid to go to in case like it triggers any stories and stuff. So even though the update was like a few days ago, I still haven't made my way into this area yet. But yeah, so today I feel like I'll be doing the story. I'll try to get at least this um Statue of the Seven waypoint just to reveal the map, and then we'll see where that leads from there. All right, let's do it. Okay. So right off the bat, we already see some of the new dinosaur thing that we can take over. We can inhabit. Wait, what? You want me to go that way? Is it around this corner? It'll be so weird to go the other way. To like teleport here and then immediately have to like go backwards into where you ooh. Okay, what does this do? A Tatankasaurus. When a Tatankasaurus is sprinting, it can consume phlogiston to perform a quick charge. When charging, Tatankasaurus hits an obstacle and it's obstructed, or hits an obstacle and is obstructed, or you tap the skill button, it will enter the spirited state. In this state, tap sprint again to sprint or to trigger a faster second sprint. I'm reading this, but I'm not comprehending it. In this state, the Tatankasaurus can make flying leaps using terrain and even briefly dash across water or liquid phlogiston. Of course, this will also cause phlogiston to be consumed more rapidly. Tap the skill button or trigger a second sprint to easily push heavy objects that were previously immovable and even break through pulverite with ease. You get a primo gem from that. Woo! Alright, so this is the sprint. I'm tapping sprint, nothing's happening. I don't know what they mean by I'm just consuming phlogiston. Can I destroy that ball? Hiya! Hiya! Nope. Nope. I'm just consuming. Oh, yep. So, I think this guy broke it. I didn't do that. Oops. Oh, well. Why fall down? Yeah, I got some phlogiston back. Can I break these? Oh, never mind. Coming back to this again from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and having to trigger random stories when you don't attend to. Ooh. Oh yeah, before this update, if you looked in this direction with the volcanoes and stuff, sometimes you actually see it kind of sort of erupting in the corner of your eye. But the moment you look at it, it's like stops erupting and then you just see smoke coming out. Lesax. Did the volcano just erupt? Oh no, there's no Paimon voice. Or is this just a world quest? Is there still VA problems in the game? Oh, okay.
No, it's been super duper quiet. Did you see it erupt, Meh?
Traveler.
A traveler, Lesax, what's up? What's with those faces?
I guess whenever our little companion dinosaur, I was gonna say robot for some reason. But for our little dinosaur, it's like usually a world quest, right? So there's usually no voice acting. Because I feel like Paimon's voice actress, English voice actress, is always like down to voice Paimon for some reason. So this is I just probably triggered a world quest here by accident.
You look like a pair of detectives from a light novel who suddenly realized the truth about the killer.
We saw some sort of truth, all right. The true identity of the cake murderer is Paimon. Arr.
Darn it! How did you know? Paimon was certain no one saw her eating Little Miss Cake. Just kidding. Paimon actually stole the Blaze meat stew. So you... Wait. What did you just see?
You explain what you saw to Paimon. I saw explosion.
So you saw some weird words again? And some strange image? You said you saw some strange words before. Paimon didn't see anything, so she can't be sure. But Maybe they have been written by the same person?
I think that's the case, yes.
Something feels fishy to Paimon. But this time, you also saw a giant section of ruins, a broken city, and the abyss?
I don't think I saw that, but sure, whatever, Paimon. We just saw that erupt, right?
And some sacred mountain. Don't the Natlanese call that volcano the Sacred Mountain? Could it be that? What could it be that?
Is?
What you saw has something to do with the volcano?
Or could it be that what you saw has something to do with that volcano? Okay.
Paimon can't shake the feeling that the person who united us with Lexas really wants us to go there. Do you think we can help the little one remove his... what was it called? Flame Lord's blessing? You know, if we get to that mountain...
Wow.
Let's go there then. Gotta help you grow big and strong after all. Oh right, one of the 6 tribes of Natlan, the Collective of Plenty, lives besides the volcano.
Oh, that's a Pompeii waiting to happen.
Maybe we can ask them for help.
Okay. The viewport right here. Very nice. Ah, we got a little teleport waypoint. Okay, so that was a different quest, or maybe just an introduction to this area. I don't know. I feel like the tribal quests are normally voiced, so I don't know. Actually, there's still like, I feel like there's still VA problems for the English side of this game, so I don't know. Well, I guess we'll keep playing and we'll see. All right. Whee! For some reason, I don't want to get into any fighting. I found something I dug up. Talk to the girl by the side of the road. Is this something different, though, to what we just saw? She has a tail.
Hello there.
Oh, this has voice acting. Nice. Does she have voice acting? Oh, she does. Nice. Ooh, I don't have to strain my voice trying to make girl voices.
Wait, you're the Traveler in Paimon! I've been waiting for you.
She knows who we are. I guess we're famous, right? Because assuming this is all like after our adventures with Mawika and we became like the chosen one of the area, and the entire tribe, the entire nation just like congratulated us and thanked us for helping them. We were really we're really main character syndrome, I guess. But yeah, we're like the savior of Natlan, right? So it would make sense for everyone to like know us at this point.
Whoa, you know us? Huh, we've really made a name for ourselves. Wait, but did we even tell anyone we were coming to the Collective of Plenty? Oh, you didn't know? Coach Yan-san said she invited you to our tribe, so I came out here to wait for you while I did some training.
Okay.
And now you're actually here. I can't believe it. This is great.
I wonder what happens if you try to play this, because I think you can just skip to this quest if you haven't done the Archon quest.
Surely we're not that big of a deal.
I wonder if like you come here without actually finishing the Archon quest, they'll try maybe make it in context to what your current like adventure is at, just to try not to spoil anything. Because what if you haven't met Ian-san yet, and then she's like, Ian-san said you were gonna come, that you've been invited, but like that happened in the Archon quest right at the end of it. Like, oh, you haven't come to the Collective of Plenty yet, and we have lots to show. That's what Ian-san said. So would she say something different at this point, or will she just say the same thing and it's kind of up to the player to like figure out what's going on, and it's kind of player's fault for playing it out of order, maybe? I don't know.
You're the heroes who defeated the Abyss. You're a huge deal to everyone in Natlan. I've heard the story of Tumaini so many times I can practically recite it by heart.
They even reference us what we did and our like hero name and everything. Like the whole rigmarole of an outsider like the Traveler getting a ancient name, is that what it was called? Was kind of a big deal, right, in the Archon quest. So what happened? What will happen if you try to do this part without playing the Archon quest? Will they skip this line altogether, or change the line maybe to something that fits with the story a little bit better for that context? Or would they just leave it like this and it's kind of like the player's fault for playing things out of order? I just realized this is a kettlebell. That's a really big kettlebell.
I've been so excited to meet you ever since Coach Yan-san told me you might be coming. Oh, my name's Varesa, by the way. Not sure if Coach mentioned me before.
Nope, never. Actually, maybe. I just don't remember.
Oh, yeah! The name sounds familiar.
Sure, Paimon, just say that.
During the Abyss invasion, we asked Eon-san if the Collective of Plenty needed any help, but she said that Varesa had it all under control.
Oh, really? Is that what she said? Okay. Which means you must be an impressive warrior yourself, and a hero in your own right.
Not really. It was all Uncle Cuddle. All I did was clear out a few monsters.
Yes, insane horns. For a cowgirl? Do female cows have horns? I thought only male cows have horns. Or is she transgender? Transgender? All of them?
Just thinking about the invasion gives me chills even now. But that's in the past. The Collective of Plenty fared pretty well, all things considered. We finished our repairs, so now it's just a matter of helping out the other tribes. Come on, I'll take you to our camp.
Great, let's go!
Retsu go. Okay. So I played the Varesa character in the trial, and I don't know. I feel like they're putting a little bit too much into each character now. Like, I'm still trying to learn how to
just a heads
use
up.
Mawika.
The volcano sometimes sends rocks crashing into this area. We call them pulverite. Oh, here's one. Want to give it a try?
Not in a million years!
You can use your shoulders if you want. Or your feet. Or even your head. See? There's nothing to it.
Oh,
I don't know why.
there's treasure inside these rocks!
I
Okay,
don't
so
know-
maybe a little
I-
pain isn't too bad?
I don't know why my first attempt, I just bonked my head against it and there was a countdown. But my second attempt was actually able to destroy it. What did I do different? Okay, I guess there's gonna be a lot of trial and error here. The way she runs, I really like the animations he gave her though. Where she has like that, I don't
Hey,
know, Looney Tunes.
there's another one over there.
Roadrunner running
Wanna give it
like
a try?
animation. Nice. Oh, there's Pyroculuses here.
Huh? What's this wooden plank doing here?
It's a ramp, ready to go flying into the air.
Oh, it's a piece of training equipment. I use it all the time.
Training equipment?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. Let me show you instead. Here goes nothing.
All right, what you got for us? Angry face, or a determined face.
Yeah! And she sticks the landing!
Yeah.
Whoa! You jumped over that huge gap just like that? Incredible!
Oh, no. Anyone can do it with a bit of practice. You made it across without any training at all. That's a lot more incredible than anything I can do.
Well, we did what now? She just floated over. How did we get over without getting wet?
Oh, well, Paimon can fly, but you've got a point.
Okay, so I feel like the Lessex story, the was it Tupletlosaur? Is that what they're called? It's a different story. That's like the ongoing story for each area for that character. The last thing we did was actually come into this area here. Can I go up? Up? Upsies? Is this down or is this up? I think that's down. Is this upsies? But yeah, up this area, there's... Like, we met an ancient person, an ancient dragon person. And the dragon person told, like, our little friend Lessex that he's special or something like that.
Yeah!
It didn't work! Try it again! Why are there all these oranges underneath the bridge? I don't understand, I don't understand. Please explain. There we go, I think.
About
Yeah,
when
press
you told
E.
us earlier, you're saying a gigantic rock could crush us at any moment?
Well, not at any moment. It's a pretty rare phenomenon. Many adventurers come here and never even get to see it, so I wouldn't worry too much.
I'm not sure what the countdown is.
It's not like we're that unlucky.
I am Dinosaur. Woo. We are as lucky or as unlucky as the story requires us to be. As in, the story requires us to be
Don't be
unlucky.
scared. Just charge straight at it.
What?
Oh, we're supposed to keep our dinosaur friend? We are supposed to keep our dinosaur friend. Oh, we saw Varesa there.
Thanks for that. I can't believe you smashed something that big in a single hit.
It
Smash.
was nothing. All it takes is a bit of training.
Smash.
Hilly churls? Oh, it's too much of a hassle to deal with them. Let's just ram straight through.
Ram straight through. Excuse me? What are these things? They give me boosties.
I think we can call that a success.
Wow.
Sure, why not?
You gave them the same treatment as that giant rock.
Too bad we didn't get to see it because we were too busy doing our own thing. Wow, can we pick this up? Paimon, it's even bigger than you, haha. Well, you hear whispers coming from the Statue of the Seven. Was that always a thing? Whoa, look at this place. Super colorful. Dang, unknown. Oh yeah, there's a new set of, what do you even call this? Artifacts? Plunging attacks. Ah, this one's specifically made for Varesa then. Or I guess you can put this on, like gaming as well. After equipping character plunging attack, charge attack, elemental skill hits an opponent, they will gain 1, 2 to 2 stats of Radiance Everlasting. Plunging attacks, charge attacks, or elemental skills can even trigger this effect every 1 second. Radiance Everlasting. Plunging attacks deal 15% increased damage for 6 seconds. Cryo? Interesting. What new character coming up is Cryo? When the equipping character has 0 elemental energy, normal attack damage is increased by 60%, and elemental burst damage is increased also by 60%. After the equipping character deals normal attack damage, the aforementioned elemental burst effect will stop applying for 6 seconds. After the equipping character deals elemental burst damage, the aforementioned normal attack effect will stop what? Okay. The explanations of these things are getting more and more wordy in a really, I don't know, hard to comprehend way for me for some reason. Oh. Okay. Apparently there's a big bad guy here. Ooh, look at here. Oh, there's something all the way over here. For some reason, this little like explosion animation looks really low frame rate and looks kind of janky. I guess they don't really add a lot of animation on the map normally. The only other one I can think of that they added was like the sandstorm, right? Like this little animation. Is there any more? Oh yeah, one of the updates that they did was they added like a little gate. Sorry. A little gate to like different parts of the map that's not a part of the overworld. Like the one here that goes to this place. And wasn't there another one? Yeah, that was, I guess this one and this one was the only two I noticed so far. But yeah, they have a unique icon and everything too, so that's pretty cool. That's Moeka. It is upgrading. Upgrade. Downloading upgrades. Law of fertility. Alright, I guess we're moving into this area here. We are traveler. Everyone here likes to wear purple. Ooh, here we go.
Home sweet home. We made it! Welcome to the Collective of Plenty.
You guys collect plenty of things?
Whoa! This place is so cool! That platform shaped like the head of a bull is awesome!
That's the Resonating Arena. It's where we hold all our competitions.
Thanks for bringing us here.
Don't mention it. It was no trouble at all.
That was a lot of trouble. What are you talking about? We had to like smash through some Healy trails to get here.
I wish I could show you around, but I need to get home.
Oh, did you remember something important? You really hit the ground running when we ran into those hilly trails back there.
Hope we didn't hold you up.
Oh, no, not at all. We made it in time. There's just something important I have to do. The most important thing after training. The post-workout meal.
Ooh,
Otherwise, I'll
serious
be a
face.
lethargic, dizzy, hunger-addled mess. The perils of an
Yeah, their
empty
faces.
stomach.
Oh no.
It's terrible.
I really like that they're kind of freeing up facial expressions and giving them more different types of animations. But I feel like it's only exclusive to like specific characters. They have their own unique animations. It's not like everyone gets animations like this.
Anyway, I'm sorry, but I gotta get some food in me. Like, yesterday. You should grab something too.
Paimon loves food. You guys can bond over there.
We can meet back up at the arena. See you soon.
Okay. She gotta go
she's
fast.
Wow, talk about whiplash. 1 second she's chill and laid back, and then the next she's charging head first into danger. Literally.
It's the spirit of youth.
The spirit of youth. Sure, whatever you say, old-timer. Paimon thinks we're still young.
Paimon.
Anyway, why don't we take a look around in the meantime? We can head to the arena in a little bit. The view must be amazing from up there.
Argent's Land of Plenty quest completed. So that's Act 1. Act 1 was just walking. Literally walking from here to here. And in between learning about Varesa and like the dinosaurs, the Tatankasaurus. And I guess we were supposed to play with their abilities. But I ended up just kind of like, I felt rushed for some reason. I don't know. I guess like Varesa moving forward so quickly made me feel rushed, and I didn't really spend the time that I should have really learning how those new dinosaur game mechanics worked. Oh well. Ooh. Ooh, we can see Celestia up there. There's like this, I don't know how backed up with evidence this theory is, but Paimon is supposed to be like a spirit of the moon here, And there's like lore that suggests that there used to be 3 moons on this planet, and each of them had like a spirit, but 2 of them got destroyed, and one of them like got lost or something like that, and that's like Paimon, something like that. But I don't know. That'd be really interesting for them to go into, like Paimon's backstory. I guess that's one story that kind of keeping me coming back to the game. I just want to figure out like what happens to the Traveler and Paimon is what I really want to know. I want to know their story, but we just keep getting more stories about new characters all the time, which is, I don't know. I guess they need to do that to like push new characters, right? I'm not going the right way, but wait, is there a path here? Oh yeah, we can go down these stairs. I don't want to like jump off somewhere and start climbing and stuff. I want to like see the story as or see this area as like what you would expect a regular person would have access to by walking and like just looking around. Can we sit here with this lady? Nope. 1 food, please. 3 drink. Oh. Ikusu!
There she blows again!
Lotion!
Wonder how long it'll go for this time.
This is gonna be a quick and tasty
Really
meal.
gotta make sure today's
What have I
healthy
gotten
meal
myself
option is
into?
nutritious and well balanced.
Can we sit with this lady? What should I put in today's healthy meal? Drug. Lots of performance enhancing drug. Healthy meal? Yes, seriously. What are you giving me that look for? Healthy doesn't necessarily mean unpalatable. As long as it satisfies your body's needs, any food can be considered healthy. After all, different people have different nutritional requirements. In fact, if it doesn't taste good, it really shouldn't be considered healthy at all. Am I right? Anyways, back to the matter at hand. Are we going to eat grilled fish or mint sauce with grain fruit trips, or meat stew with volcano braised rice? Any food recommendations? Food recommendations? You're probably not super hungry yet, are you? How about some puffed grain fruit bars to get
Is it
those
over?
taste buds going?
Oh yeah, seems like it's over.
Hi, Mon. I'm in the middle of a conversation here. Healthy, delicious, and relatively easy to make. This one's on me. And trust me, nutritious meals aren't anywhere near as bad as some people make them out to be. So yeah, recently I guess I'm reaching an age where I shouldn't really be eating too much junk food. And I've like swapped to like the 0 sugar versions of like Coca-Cola and stuff. So they have like the Ace Cave sugar, I think it's called. I don't know exactly what the full name was. And the aspartame and acetophenamine potassium or something like that. That's why it's called Ace K. And I've essentially cut out like a lot of like refined sugars in my diet, and I think like my tastes, I guess, has been kind of wrecked by like high sugar foods and high sodium foods, and like cutting back on both like the sodium and sugary foods for like a while now. Now that I eat like a piece of orange, it actually tastes like really sweet. And like a lot of food tastes too sweet to me. Like bread tastes too sweet. Like if I go out to like a restaurant or something and eat bread, it's like too sweet for me. Which is why I enjoyed like when I went to my when I went on my Japan trip last year. It seemed like that wasn't the case in Japan. They don't like overload their foods with a lot of sugar, it seems like, and you can kind of appreciate like the textures and the more nuanced flavors in a lot of food over just like, I don't know, the craving of having something sweet or having something salty or savory in your mouth. I don't know. For whatever reason, here where I am in Canada, everything is too sweet. It's just been like overloaded with a lot of sugars, I feel like. They're meditating outside. Head to the resonating arena. Is this the resonating arena? They have a lot of corn here. Ooh. Can I open this? You don't seem to care, so it's mine now.
Is this an answer from this world?
Is this an answer from this world? I'm here in the circle. What am I supposed to talk to someone? This guy? We'd better get this place tidied up before we can move the food in. Greenery manager. If I may, your story and companion seems a bit lost. Let me have a look. Haha, it's nothing to worry about. The little blighter's just hungry. Once I've sorted out all this food, there'll be plenty of time for a hearty snack.
Better get these tidied up for starters.
Where do they want me to go here? Inside? Whoa, they have like this whole contraption here to move like stuff. Hello? I am literally here. Literally.
Better get these tidied up for starters.
Do I have to change the time maybe? Is it like up higher? Do I need to get up there? Is that what they want? Blacksmith. There's a dancing kid. What do they want me to do? I'm not sure.
Better get these tidied up.
No, that's the only person I can talk to here, but he doesn't say anything. Is there a way up? Oh, what's this? Bulletin board. Is there a way to get up there without me just like having to climb? Heh. I can't talk to this guy, right? And it doesn't look like this is like operable, like an elevator or anything. Okay. Maybe I can go this way up here and over here and up. Is that what they want? Let's try it.
Better get these tidied up for starters.
They don't have like that gold sparkle that leads you the way
Even the
either.
sharpest blade still needs to be polished every now and then.
Why'd you Lumine? Whoa, this pattern here almost looks like you can like if this is Legend of Zelda or something, I would definitely try to bomb this wall. Okay, yeah, we're slowly making our way up. I think we're supposed to be up there. Which usually when you're on the wrong level, there's like a little up arrow. But for some reason, that specific one didn't have that. Vroom.
Let's ride!
Yes, your Archon is here. Okay, here we go. Do it! Do it! Use the powers. Power! I feel like that bull should have no problems pushing that tiny human. But maybe the human's got technique, and that's why it's hard. The human won. Hey, it's Varesa. Let me...
Burn it down!
Oh! I didn't actually get that stupid pyroculus. Okay, we'll do this. Hiya!
Let's ride!
I still didn't get it. There we go.
Try and stop me!
Alright, Varesa, what you
you're
got? Oh, it's day!
here
Varesa seems to have the ability to turn night into day every time we talk to her.
Yep. My dad whipped up something fantastic as always. He's a great cook. He can turn any protein or vegetable into something delicious.
Oh, it's interesting. They call it protein and not meat. Are they afraid to upset the vegetarian vegan crowd or something like that?
No wonder you look so refreshed. That's the power of a good meal.
Because technically, there's a lot of vegetables that are high in protein too, right? Like peas. I guess they're legumes. I don't know. I guess wouldn't legumes still be a vegetable?
That's right. I was hoping to bring Uncle Akatl with me, but he wasn't home. So I guess you're stuck with me.
I guess in some cultures, fish isn't counted as meat for some reason. I think that's what pescatarians are. They don't eat meat, but they eat fish.
Uncle Akatl is our chief, by the way. Who better than the chief to introduce you to the tribe, right?
Right.
I've never given an official tour before. So I'm thinking I'll just explain things as we go along.
Sounds good.
Is that okay?
Of course, that sounds great.
Okay. Whew. Then let's start in that direction.
Okay. Act 2. Orchard. Repose. Where do you want me to go now? Should I just jump down? Let me go into here to interrupt them. Push! 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 You can do it! Better luck next time. I feel like you're set up to fail here. Ooh, there's a guy here, a lady here. Oh, interesting. Oh no, the reputation quests are gonna be back soon. I remember weekly I would do the reputation stuff because it was a weekly thing. But then ever since 5.0 came out, it was only like specifically limited time. Like once you complete it, it's all done. So I've kind of fell out of the habit of doing that. Vroom. It's nice that this is like right here. You don't have to like go out and look for it. That's like where you would find a bunch of like armor or artifacts. Whoa.
Full throttle!
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, the story has not really
My place is over there.
been too interesting
See
so
that
far.
fruit stand out front? My house is right behind it.
I do not see a fruit stand. This fruit stand? Is this your house?
You have a fruit stand in front of your house? Does that mean you grow the fruit yourselves?
You guessed it. My family runs a huge orchard.
Orchard. I always pronounce it orchard. Orchards. Orchards?
We live really close to the main entrance of the tribe. So every morning, I wake up to the sound of all the people and carts on the road.
No, that's so annoying.
That's also when my parents start work. So that's how I know it's time to get up.
And then you all work in the orchard together.
Well, knowing it's time to get up and actually doing it are two separate things. Most of the time, I end up curling under the covers and falling back asleep.
I'm falling asleep right now.
Oh, Paimon gets you. Sleeping in is the best kind of sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, when you have the Traveler to wake you up, it's no big deal.
Next time I'm sleeping in and you can wake me up. Would they just end up all sleeping into the afternoon?
No, that was just a joke. Don't scare Paimon like that, Traveler.
I think the right response for Paimon there is like, if that happens, we're just gonna both sleep into the afternoon.
Well, maybe you can both sleep in sometime.
Hey, that's what I just said.
Once I get up, I usually help my parents around the house, head out for training, then come home for lunch.
What are you training for?
After lunch is when my parents do their delivery runs. So then it's my turn to work in the orchard.
I feel like there's a difference between training and maintenance. Like a little bit of a nuanced difference. When you're training, you're specifically... I feel like when you use the word training, you're specifically training for like a specific thing. But then when you don't have like a competition coming up, or if you don't have a specific end goal or a milestone you're trying to reach, you're kind of just like training for maintenance, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't know. I kind of use training in there anyway, in that explaining that. So maybe I'm just being nitpicky with words.
Oh, Paimon would love to see the orchard. Can you show us?
Sure thing! We'll go right after this.
I'm like already like instinctually skipping their lines because I'm like, I already kind of know what's going on. I don't really need to listen through the whole like voice line. That's not a good sign. And I think I already yawned twice already. Where do they want me to go? Okay, next area. Oh, Ian-san's here. When I first saw Ian-san, I was hoping she would be a boy, and finally there will be like a little boy character. But no, Ian-san is a little girl as well. There's only little girls in this game, no little boys. At least playable. Are these all the barbells that she has?
Oh, Coach Ian-san, are you here to do some training?
No.
Nope. Just doing some maintenance on the equipment here while I have some time.
She has voice acting. Yay.
Oh, it's you two! Welcome to the Collective of Plenty.
Oh, thanks. We're here.
Look, I bought this at the stadium the other day.
Oh, well, okay, that's the third yawn. Ugh, no, yeah, we know. We were there.
Wait, we've seen that graffiti design before.
Yeah, it's right in front of Catherine's desk that we visit every day, Paimon. Ugh.
It's not easy to get your hands on one of these. I had to wait in a super long line.
Were you training while you're waiting?
Ooh, I bought a top with that design too! I hung it up right next to my bed.
Yep, that's me, alright. How embarrassing.
Don't be shy. After everything you did for Natlan, you deserve the recognition. Oh, I meant to ask, what brings you out here anyway?
You invited us.
We're just doing some adventuring. We don't have any concrete plans. We ran into Varesa on the road, and she was nice enough to lead us the rest of the way. She's even giving us a tour.
It's my pleasure.
Oh, hi, it's my pleasure.
Still keeping up with your training, Varesa? No slacking, I hope.
Yes, Coach! Did 3 full shuttle runs, just as you instructed, Coach.
Be careful of overtraining. You can get something called rhabdomyosis? I just know it as like rhabdo for the short. That's when you overtrain and your muscles is like used to a point where they can't actually like sustain themselves, so they start to die. So yeah, pushing too much training may not always be the best idea, but in today's world, I guess, where everyone is a little bit lethargic, or I guess in like this society where a lot of people are sedentary, I don't think people can exercise too much, but there's a lot of like high level athletes and stuff that like mentally push their bodies too far. Like they have more mental strength than their body can handle. So they push their bodies a bit too far, and it ends up injuring them instead.
Good. Then we'll continue with the training plan. As for your diet, actually, no dieting for now. As you are. Feel free to use any of the equipment around here. But if you're planning to do strength training, make sure you have a spotter.
Of course. Don't need to tell me twice, Coach.
Wait, but isn't a special diet a huge part of bodybuilding? Varesa doesn't need one?
Oh, is she bodybuilding or is she power building? If she's working out to look good, that's one thing. If she's working out to be strong, that's another thing, right?
Oh, it's kind of a long story. I suppose you could say Varesa is among the select few who have a natural gift.
Yeah, she's a female cow person with bull horns. Bulls as in male cow. So she's like... I guess maybe they're saying like she's like high testosterone lady. Unless she's transgender, I don't know.
When she first started training with me, I started her on a standard training regimen and wrote out a simple recipe plan to give to her father.
But it left me so hungry. I couldn't even muster up the energy to make it to class.
Yeah, that was my fault. It was just your average nutrition plan, but Varesa's metabolism is something else. Once I studied her eating habits, I was able to tailor it to her needs.
Yeah, Coach is really thoughtful that way. Now I feel like I'm making real progress. And the training and classes are a lot more fun.
Are these just sleeves with like a knitted pattern on it? With a bunch of hearts? I actually didn't even realize like she's not wearing a full shirt. These are just like arm warmers. They're like sleeves on their own.
Varesa is currently my top student. She can lift even more than me.
What? Are these like ankle weights?
Wait, but you're the coach and the victor of the pilgrimage. Don't sound so surprised. This kind of thing is really common in the fitness world. Everyone starts from a different baseline.
Yeah, she has just more mass than you attached to her structures, so that makes sense.
Wow, that's amazing! Paimon would have never guessed. I'm not exaggerating either. Varesa is extremely strong. All she needs is a bit more confidence.
I bet she could crush your skull between her thighs.
Oh, well, it's just because Coach is a great teacher. It didn't take much effort at all.
Just further proof that you're a natural.
Oh, believe me, I'm not. I mean, sure, I can face a few monsters and lift some heavy training equipment. But I'm useless when it comes to fighting other people. I'm scared I'll hurt someone.
Don't worry about it. They train too, okay? You not giving them a fair chance. It's just you like pitying them, right? You're kind of like offensive in that way. You're gonna think that you're so strong that other people can't match up to you. That's like more of a overconfidence thing than underconfidence. Is that a word? If you think you can hurt people, you're like, oh, I'm afraid to hurt people, because I'm too strong. Everyone is too weak. They're gonna get crushed by my delicious thighs. It's just like, yeah, get over yourself. People are training too. People are also strong. Don't overestimate yourself and underestimate your opponents, right? That's like a really weird mentality to get into, I guess. Or I feel like this is kind of cliche where it's like, oh, this really strong character is scared to hurt people. But if you really like just think about it, like it is a personal problem and not like being humble or anything. It's not like a good virtue. It's like it's almost like a lack of experience, maybe. I don't know. It's more of a negative character trait than anything. Maybe that's what they're going for. I don't know. Now that I've kind of like talked it out, maybe that's what they're going for. She's like very selfish or self-centered at the moment, like, oh, I'm so strong, I'm gonna hurt people, and not like, oh, I don't know, I feel bad if I hurt people, so I don't want to fight people or something like that. I don't know.
Oh,
Guess
that
we'll see
makes
how
sense.
it plays out.
But what about the pilgrimage?
Oh, I've never placed or even made it out of the team stage. I'm not good at fighting actual people.
When it comes to power, it's all about control. Take these weights, for example. It takes strength to lift them, yes, but also to control the weight when you set them down. True mastery means control during both motions.
I know that, and I can do it just fine during training. But whenever I have to face a real person, I start to doubt myself.
Like, you doubt yourself that you'd be able to control your strength? Is that what she's saying? Or she starts to doubt herself in general, like, I don't know if I can do anything. Despite overwhelming evidence that you're super strong. Alright, it'll come with time, I guess.
Thanks. I appreciate the support. As long as I keep training, I'm sure I'll get it eventually.
Maybe what you need is not physical training, but more of a mental experience training. Behavioral therapy, I don't know, where you actually just like take small like controlled situations, like, okay, instead of you just like free for all, no holds bar, like have to fight someone, how about we have you compete with someone with like a specific set of rules, like you can only push. You can only, or you do a tug of war or something, and then slowly build up to more free flow kind of fighting. Or maybe only wrestling or something, or maybe even not like specifically you versus another person. It's like you and another person try to accomplish one thing together or something like that. Like move a bunch of boxes, or I don't know what kind of things can, I don't know, do people. There's lots of ways to compete, I guess. Like maybe just play sports or something. Who can shoot the most baskets in basketball? That kind of competition. Or I don't know, who can hit the golf ball the furthest, or who can hit a baseball the furthest or something. I don't know. You don't necessarily have to fight people, right? You can still like gain a lot of information, experience in other ways of like athletic competition that can transfer from like one type of athletics to another.
Well, we should get going, Coach. I told the Traveler and Paimon I would show them around the orchard.
Sounds good. I hope you enjoy your time here.
Okay, Ian-san, nice to see you, I guess. You were just kind of mentioned, and now you're completely disappeared. Okay, sure. They just needed to put Ian-san in the story just so we don't forget she exists. Because, don't you want this cute character right here? I mean, like, look, she's right there. Just pay up. Just you can get her. I guess she's the Varesa is here. I was actually surprised that she was the 4-star and she's the 5-star. I thought for sure, since she was part of the main story so much, that Ian-san was going to be the 5-star, and then this new random character is going to be the 4-star. Like, this really, like, threw me for a loop. Oh, there's another waypoint here we can unlock. Alright. This is the orchards. Okay. Big dinosaur.
Good girl, Vanana. Thanks for guarding the house. Now, let me take a good look at you. Did you have another growth spurt? Hey, I was just taking a look, not inviting you to wrestle. Next time, okay?
Mm-hmm. There's like all those videos of like baby goats. Is it goats? That like, they like headbutting people because they apparently like to train their skulls or something like that. Because they get like cool like, is it ram horn? Baby rams maybe? They just like headbutt things just randomly.
Oh, this is Vanana. She keeps watch over the orchard when no one's here. She's
This
a tough little thing,
is
but
Banana.
also a clingy baby at heart.
Vanas.
Did you say little? She certainly doesn't look it.
Yeah, Paimon, you're little.
Anyway, this is my family's orchard. Come on, I'll show you around.
She has a little bow on her little arm.
Whoa!
Like right there.
It's even bigger than Paimon imagined!
Yeah, that thing is bigger than you.
Look at all the fruit! It looks delicious.
You know, all the apples on the apple tree.
This is the Collective of Plenty, after all. Being so close to the volcano makes the soil extra fertile.
Is
So
that a thing?
everything that grows around here is amazing.
Does volcanoes make soil more fertile somehow? What makes that happen? What's the reason for that? Off the top of my head, I can't think of why that's the thing.
Especially the fruit. We sell a lot to the other tribes, give some to family and friends, and keep the rest for ourselves.
Well, if you have to live next to a volcano, at least you get something good out of it.
It's not any volcano, it is an active volcano.
That's right. Well, since we're here, why don't we pick some and have ourselves a little snack?
Volcanoes are just the pimples of the earth.
Wait, but didn't you just eat?
Yeah, but there's always room for dessert. Plus, we don't have to pick that many. A few dozen should do it.
Paimon, she's stealing your character trait. What are you gonna do about that? She's gonna eat you if you don't be careful. A few dozen? You really can't eat a lot, huh?
You know that fruit stand in front of my house? Well, as a kid, whenever my dad was working at the stand, I would tug on his shirt and ask for a piece of fruit. I would
Good to
scarf
see
it down
us.
in a heartbeat and then ask for another.
It's a small
Before long,
Varesa.
people would gather around just to watch. My dad told me I made the fruit look so delicious, more and more people started coming to our stand, which, of course, made me want to eat even more.
I'm surprised you didn't turn out to be fat.
The customers would ruffle my hair and say, "It's good to have a healthy appetite. You'll grow up big and strong for sure." I mean, what kid doesn't like a compliment? So I would smile, which would get my dad to smile. And then my mom, too.
You seem to talk a lot about your dad, but not your mom.
Aw, that's so cute!
What happened to your mom?
Plus, free fruit whenever you want. Jealous!
With all that said, it also helped that our fruit actually tastes really good. And I'm not just saying that. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Oh, and there's an epic feast showdown in a few days, so we're providing a bunch of the fruit for the desserts.
Epic Feast Showdown?
Is that an eating contest?
Ugh, sorry. It's basically a speed eating contest. We need to prepare a ton of ingredients.
Paimon, you should enter.
So don't worry about anything going to waste. Okay, let's get picking.
Alright. Where should we start? Why is there a mushroom over there?
There's 3 mushrooms over there. They're fun guys.
That kind of mushroom. They kind of appeared out of nowhere when we first planted the orchard.
Are they magic mushrooms?
They grow really fast and don't require any water or fertilizer. Oh, and the flavor is amazing.
Oh.
You can grill them, stir fry them, or even eat them raw. The flavor has almost a fruity taste to it.
That reminds me of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, where I also needed to pick mushrooms in that game.
A mushroom
There was
that
a
tastes
mushroom
like a
picking
fruit?
mini game.
That's a new one.
Maybe it absorbed nutrients from the nearby fruit trees?
Yep, that could be. Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, if it tastes like a fruit, then it fits right in. Who cares where it came from? Go ahead, pick as much as you want. Might as well get some mushrooms too, and I'll whip up something to eat.
Okay. Collect 58 fruits. What? Excuse me?
Some of this, and a few of these.
Hey, the song in the background is like... very, like I'm vibing to it. I don't know how I would explain it. Give me the fruits. Give it to me. I want it. I deserve it. Yeah. Extract value from the orchard. Rather than Legend of Zelda, where you can shoot an arrow at the Actually, you could just use in Tears of the Kingdom. You can just use Magic Hand or whatever it's called. Just grab stuff off of trees and stuff. I need 12 more fruits or vegetable or mushrooms. Excuse me? Where am I gonna get 12 more? Excuse me? Oh, there's more apples on this side. We must hurry. There, even the fruit picking challenge is timed. Ugh. Why do they have to time this? Just to make you feel like shit? Ugh. Why can't you just take your
that's
time?
quite the haul.
Well, you need a bunch of ingredients for the eating competition, right? Thought we'd give you some help. Oh, and you were right about the fruit. Paimon tried one, and it was one of the sweetest, juiciest pieces of fruit Paimon has ever had. You
Oh,
must
really?
sell out every time. Also, Paimon tried one of the mushrooms too. In a weird way, it really did taste like a fruit.
And now I see 2 of everything.
We should call them berry shrooms.
That's very interesting, Paimon. When it came to food, Paimon's judgment never fails. Every so often, Paimon knows what she's talking about.
Oh, wait. Something tells Paimon that's not a
Why
compliment.
are we so mean to Paimon?
Well, thanks
poor
to your
Paimon.
help, we can call it early today. Oh, I promised you a meal, didn't I? I'll be right back.
And why does Paimon even hang out with us if we just keep jabbing at her all the time? Making fun of her intelligence. Before long, Varesa places a piping hot mushroom dish.
I'm not
front
the
of you.
greatest cook, so it's nothing special. Still, high-quality ingredients are hard to mess up.
Don't sell yourself short. It looks great. Paimon can smell the umami from here.
The umami.
Whoa. This is completely different from the raw taste.
Yeah, definitely 2 distinct flavors. I like them both.
I'm glad.
Oh, hi, Glad.
This kind of mushroom is a favorite in the tribe, but it's not well known outside the Collective of Plenty. Actually, we're hoping to use the upcoming competition to introduce it to a wider audience. Uncle Atoli has been coming up with new recipes like there's no tomorrow.
If Xiangling gonna appear, I'm gonna be really happy.
Hey, you two should sign up. Only if you want to, of course.
What do you think, Paimon?
Oh, you mean the Epic Feast Showdown? Yeah, Paimon would love to sign up. She might not do very well, though.
Yeah, because you're so small. You can only fit so much food in that little belly of yours.
Don't worry. You can tap out at any time. Nothing goes to waste. I'll take care of anything you can't finish.
Oh, good. Wait, aren't you competing too? Oh, then Paimon doesn't stand a chance.
You never know until you try. Oh, besides, from what I just saw, it looks like you can hold your own. Well, anyway, winning isn't the point. Just think of it as an opportunity to try our local delicacies.
Oh, good point.
I was thinking, like, Paimon is actually, like, a lot stronger than you think. So instead of her stomach expanding, her stomach lining is so, like, strong that she can just keep compressing more and more, like, matter into her stomach. And then it just keeps compressing and compressing. So essentially, there's so much density in her stomach that she poops out like diamonds, essentially. But yeah, she can eat a lot as well.
Nice! Then let's sign up together! Time for Paimon to show these people what she's made of!
That was Act 2. It took an hour and 13 minutes for me to get through Act 1 and 2. But I think it's gonna take like another 2 hours to get through the rest of it. If this is like structured the same as the other reputation, tribal quests. Not reputation, just tribal quests. Land of Fertility, Runaway Sorry. That it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Head to the venue of the Epic Feast Showdown. Oh, we're starting the Epic Feast already. Yes, I do want that Pyroculus, thank you very much. Whee! I am your Archon. Praise me. Well, these things are back. I guess I do need a bunch of these, right? Especially for the reputation, like, quests, you generally need to give, like, resources to them randomly. Complete them. Dot, dot, dot. Red berry mushroom. Does it make you feel big when you eat the big red mushroom? And you make this weird noise. Do 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 do. I guess I don't need any more apples. I feel like I have a lot of apples in my inventory already. Actually, let's see how much apples I have. I haven't really been putting apples in all of the newer areas. 2,000. That's still quite a bit. Gimme. Don't get distracted. Okay.
Try and stop me!
I'm riding my motorcycle all over your harvest. You go this way, right? Whee.
Rev the engines! Try and stop me!
Apparently this is not where I wanted to go. We want to go to the restaurant. Sure, why not? Ian-san's here. Hello. Oh, they turned night into day again.
Oh, hey, you're here.
I'm here.
It's been a while. When Varesa told me you signed up for the Epic Feast Showdown, I could barely believe it.
I think that's the 4th yawn.
Sounds like Varesa might finally be in for a challenge this year.
Honestly, I'm not even that good.
What's wrong? Sounds like you're still half asleep.
Just, hungry. It's competition day, so gotta show up with an empty stomach.
She got spiral eyes.
Not much longer, Varesa. Atoli's firing up the ovens as we speak.
The thing is that you kind of have to time it, right? Because when you, I guess, get into a fasted state, your body actually turns off like the hunger hormones and starts like consuming the glycogen. Essentially, it starts converting your fat into energy, so you get your calories out of your stored fats. So you don't want to like be hungry too long, or else it'll activate that kind of mechanism in your body. But you want to be at the point where you would normally have food. So I don't know, there's also like a circadian kind of rhythm thing with food as well, where if you always eat at a certain time of day, it kind of trains your body to like start up all the digestive juices and hormones required to start digesting at those times as well, so you get like extra hungry.
Got it. I can wait.
About the competition. Usually you have to pay for the food if you don't finish.
Uh-oh.
But when I heard you two were coming, I talked to Atoli and we agreed to waive your expenses.
Sure, that's a thing.
Really? So we get to eat for free? Awesome! Now we can just take it easy and box up whatever we don't finish!
Thanks, we appreciate the generosity.
Please,
get special
it's our
treatment.
pleasure. You've done so much for Natlan. Just think of it as a small token of gratitude.
We didn't really do that much. It was freaking Archon, Mawika, who really had the big sacrifice, right? She was like so willing to sacrifice everything to save Natlin that she was even willing to sacrifice herself. But luckily, the captain kind of stepped in and went like, hey, if that weird god person only wants a life, it doesn't matter whose life, you can just take my life, because I actually want to die. Because I have not been able to die since I was cursed, or something like that, in Conrea. So, yeah, we've turned it against you. Now you can either kill me and break your own heavenly principles, or you can not kill me and not get your death that you want, or something like that. So yeah, Moika did most of the stuff. We were just there, essentially. And we got all this special treatment. They gave us a name for some reason. We got an ancient name, which I don't know. I feel like didn't really play into anything. I guess we helped fight some battles, but a lot of the decisive stuff was on Moika and her plans, right?
When the Abyss invaded, we weren't hit with large waves of monsters, but the volcano became unusually active. As the Guardians of Tolan, we couldn't stand by and do nothing, so we immediately dispatched a team to the summit. Varesa was a key member of that team.
I think that's the 5th yawn.
Varesa?
Huh? Oh, right. Yes, I was there. I brought so many Saurus crackers with me that day. Sorry, not the point.
I guess having her like fall asleep in the story too isn't really helping.
There were abyss tumors all around the summit, agitating the magma and spawning all kinds of monsters. But once the Pyro Archon did her thing, we were able to smash them to smithereens.
Smosh.
Looking back on it, the goal was probably to hold us up so we couldn't send reinforcements to the areas around the stadium. Good point. Your tribe must be full of great warriors with all the training you do. The Abyss really is a cunning enemy. Oh, and you mentioned something about the Guardians of Tolan? What does that mean?
That is a duty our people have held for generations. The volcano is very important to us. It brings disaster, but also opportunity. Our people rose to the challenge of living in this environment, and in return, we get fertile soil and a thriving ecosystem.
Interesting.
That's right. The Natlanese are never ones to shy away from a challenge. Although, whenever we spot unusual volcanic activity, we always report it to the stadium. Oh, so there's a lot more to this place than good food, huh?
Oh wow. More to this place than good food? You never really thought about that, Paimon? You thought this place was only food?
Hold on. Where did Varesa go? Wasn't she just here? Oh, I just saw her leave. I thought someone must have called for her.
My guess is that she followed the scent of the food straight to the kitchen.
Well, I think that was number 5. Yawn number 5.
Let's go check on her. Paimon understands the torture of an empty stomach better than anyone. I'll lead the way.
Okay. Act 3. Field Fungal Traces. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, okay. Why did they even bother? We just walked like 3 steps.
So delicious.
Ugh.
Juicy mushrooms, melted cheese, mouth-watering steak.
Gave her a little butt a wiggle there.
Ah, look who it is.
It is I.
I thought I felt an intense energy around here. I know better than to get between you and your next meal. The food just needs a few more minutes. Here, this should tide you over in the meantime.
Wait, is this priest meat
Stew? Thank you, Uncle Atoli!
Varesa! You really did head straight for the kitchen. What's up? You seemed lost in your own world just now.
Oh, it's you. Sorry. I completely spaced out just now. The next thing I knew, I was all the way over here with a bowl of stew in my hands.
Don't worry about it. I think we can all guess what happened.
Prep took longer than usual, so I had to push back the competition. Sorry for making you wait, Varesa, especially on an empty stomach.
No worries, Uncle Atoli. Your delicious soup fixed me right up.
Oh, that sounds more like the Varesa we know.
Oh, we'd known her for like an afternoon, and now we pretend like we know her for a very long time.
I become completely useless when I'm hungry. I really wanted to focus on the conversation back there, but No luck.
That's perfectly normal. It takes a lot of energy to train the way you do, so you need more food to make up for it. You two know what I mean, right? Try to do too much on an empty stomach, and you end up feeling weak and lightheaded. Oh boy. Paimon's been there before.
Yeah, you're so lightheaded that it's actually making you float.
So, when is the competition supposed to start? Not sure I can wait much longer.
1 sec. I'll go check. We're all set. Time to gather the contestants, Zacatl. The showdown is about to begin.
Got it! Let's head to the venue. The food will be brought out shortly.
Finally! Oh, I'm so ready to dig in.
Is this the new event? No, it is. Well, I guess it is kind of. It's not the new event, but it is a new story. I haven't done the new event yet. So, yeah, this is the new story with Varesa. It's the new area. It's the new Collective of Plenty, like, volcano-y area here. And I am currently playing through this thing, Mushroom Realms Mystery. I believe this is the new event. Tournament of Glory Bloom, which I have not had the chance to play yet, but hopefully I'll be able to get there at some point. Welcome, by the way. Welcome to chat. You're the only one in there at this moment, but we'll still kind of like play through this, I guess. Oh, it turned the night into day again. Everyone is taking their time. Yeah, her face.
It smells so good! Varesa had the right idea. It's definitely worth the wait.
So far I've just been kind of, I don't know, just playing the games, so. And just rambling off into nobody, which is, I don't know, something I kind of enjoy doing, so that's okay. Yep, it looks great. These portions, though.
Yeah, we could maybe finish one portion between the two of us. And even that's a stretch. But one portion each? There's no chance.
Look at all that food. How do you even fit all that in your stomach? I guess you don't eat like the big claw lobster shells.
Time to dig in. Thanks for the food, Uncle Atoli.
Whoa! Hold on! Varesa's plate looks completely different than ours!
I forgot to mention, the competition actually has 2 levels. The regular challenge and the Varesa challenge.
She has a handicap. She has to eat like 2 times more, 3 times more food than anyone else.
The Varesa challenge is only for people who have completed the regular challenge in the past.
I am in the NA server, I believe. The North America server.
It's named after Varesa because, well, so far, she's the only one who's been able to finish it.
The food, like, dwarfs her.
You're kidding. You had to invent a whole new challenge just for her?
Believe me, if Varesa competed in the same class as everyone else, the winner would be decided before the competition even started. What's the fun in that? Only one other person has come close to beating the Varesa challenge. And that would be the Pyro Archon herself.
Wait, you're saying Malwika has done this before?
Of course. She breezed through the normal level, but the Varesa challenge was still too much, even for her. Back then, it was all part of an investigation.
Oh, thanks for subscribing.
The Pyro Archon covers all expenses at the Weary Inn the night before the pilgrimage. And each time, Varesa's tab would show several dozen people's worth of food for a single person.
I'm assuming you're on a different server. That's probably why you can't co-op. That's okay, I guess.
The speaker's chamber thought something had to be wrong. Maybe there was a mistake in the accounts, or someone was trying to defraud the Archon. But once the Archon finally saw Varesa's appetite in action, that was that.
Whoa. Okay, so you're saying Malwika had these portions and she just breezed through?
She mowed it down. Let's just go for it. It'll only get harder as the food gets cold.
You're right.
Ah,
Let's go.
we got
Paimon's
Paimon.
gonna defend her honor with everything she's got.
Lumine has like a tiny spoon for some reason. And yeah, Varesa is raring to go.
Whoa. Tender, juicy, grilled to perfection. It's delicious. Oh, you gotta try this one too, Traveler. It's amazing. Oh, and this.
Paimon, less talking, more eating.
And this one is.
They actually got the voice actress to do a burp.
All right, that's it. Paimon taps out. All this time, and it doesn't look like we've made any progress.
Oh no, we've lost to Varesa. But she still have little bits and pieces of fruits and stuff in her plate.
Oh, Paimon's ready to throw in the towel.
What happened to defending your honor?
Okay, Paimon's tried as hard as she could, but this enemy is too strong. You know what? There really should be a Paimon challenge. Paimon's smaller than the rest of you. It's no fair for her portion to be the same.
All these other people are also been eating as well in the background. Okay.
Let's hear it for Varesa, who has once again completed the challenge. And with a 10% increase in portion size, it's a new personal best.
What?
Ha! Well done, Varesa.
Okay.
Amazing job! Oh, it's nothing. Uncle Atoli's food is just too good. I couldn't stop myself.
You actually finished it? Jeez, are you okay?
Huh? Why wouldn't I be?
I eat food like that every day.
You don't feel bloated? Or like you're gonna throw up? Oh, Paimon's so full it feels like she's gonna sink.
Yeah, she's so low now.
Oh, nope. I feel good, actually. Satisfied, you know?
Spoken like a true champion.
Thanks. This is my specialty, after all. Not that it's good for anything outside these competitions. If I'm honest, I'd rather be like you or Kochi-an-san. A hero brave enough to stand against the abyss.
Aw, don't worry, Varesa. For someone as talented as you, it's only a matter of time before you shine in the arena.
Ian-san, did you beat the challenge too?
Of course. The regular challenge is easy for me. I've attempted the Varesa challenge a few times too, but never even came close.
That's still pretty amazing.
Okay, there has to be more to this than just appetite. Is there some kind of trick? By the end, it was like the meat turned into one big greasy blob and it was so hard to keep going.
Oh, that's when you balance it out with some mushrooms. The ones from my orchard. Well, that's what I did anyway. As soon as the food came out, I set a few mushrooms to the side so they wouldn't soak up too much oil. Or get too mushy. That way, you have something fresh and fruity to balance it out.
Oh, so that's the secret. Use the mushrooms to cut through the heaviness.
That's right. You tried them yourselves, remember? If it tastes like a fruit, might as well use it like one. I think more people from outside the tribe would beat the challenge if they knew about that mushroom.
Ian-san, some of the contestants are looking for you. Something about being ready to train?
Oh.
They want to exercise. After all that food? Sorry, everyone. I should intervene.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea to exercise right after you eat, right?
Yeah, go tell them to take it easy.
Because your stomach is like, I don't know. I think your body sends more blood to like your digestive system. To try and like digest the food, right? Otherwise, if you try to work out right after you eat, you probably won't perform as well because a lot of the blood you would need to move oxygen to your muscles is not there. And also because you're kind of pulling resources away from the food that needs to be digested in order to like power your muscles. It also makes it so that your digestion isn't as good as well. Is that how it works? Is that how the human body works?
Well, how did everyone do, Uncle Atoli?
Almost half finished the regular challenge. I believe that's a record.
Oh, wow.
Either the contestants are getting more experienced, or my cooking was extra good this time.
Everything was delicious, especially when it first came out all hot and steamy.
And it smelled so good.
Thank you. When cooked at high heat, that mushroom has a special fragrance that really brings out the flavor of the other ingredients. Oh, and since you're new here, I should mention something else about that mushroom. It's an excellent addition to any dish, but there are actually 2 varieties. Red, which is the most common, and green.
Yeah, the red one makes you go do 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 do, and the green one goes do 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 do.
There's not much to note about the red ones. Sell them, eat them, do whatever you want. But if you see a green one, it must be picked and eaten right away.
And it runs away from you.
Huh? Why's that?
That's just what a scholar from Sumeru said when the orchard first opened. No one knows the reason. We just do as we're told. Whenever a green mushroom pops up in the orchard, I pick it and eat it. The flavor is identical to the red ones.
Okay, because that's not weirdly specific at all.
Are they just literally just kind of referencing Super Mario right now? Is that why? Don't you want to know the reason behind it?
Well, of course. Who wouldn't be intrigued by something like that? But curiosity isn't always a good thing, right? Oh, by the way, Varesa, I'm almost out of red mushrooms. Could you run to the orchard and grab some more for me?
Of course, Uncle Atoli. I'm on it.
I'm sorry, Varesa, but I grabbed it all when I was making my way here.
Want to come with you too?
Oh, are you saying they have already grown back?
What do you think, Traveler? Paimon wouldn't mind working off some of that food.
I'm intrigued about this mushroom. I just see what Varesa thinks.
Paimon will take that as a yes. All right, let's go.
You're gonna
Thanks for the
take-
food, Atoli.
You're gonna take me looking directly at you and nodding as a yes? Okay.
Haha, my pleasure. But try to finish it all next time.
All right. Well, return to the orchard. Ooh, that's not
Let's
what I, this is
ride.
what I want. Brum. Brum, 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 brum. Oh. Brum,
Rev the
brum,
engines.
I don't know why this game they don't like just let you stay on the vehicles and stuff when traversing. I understand for like combat reasons why they might want to limit the abilities and stuff, but when you're outside of combat, I feel like they should just let you free, just ride forever. Because it's such an annoyance to like have to ride and then like, oh, you're out of it now and you gotta wait for the cooldown, and then you gotta like press the button again. Ooh, what are these? They look they look like it'd be good.
After that meal, I'm ready to tackle anything. Oh, something on your mind? Is it what Uncle Atoli said about the green mushrooms?
Does it give you an extra
Don't
life?
worry. He can be a bit dramatic sometimes. The green mushrooms don't appear that often. Besides, I check the orchard every day, and if I see one, I eat it. If anything, I wish there were more around here. Means more free mushrooms for me.
Wait, is that one right there? Huh. Talk about a coincidence.
That's not one, Paimon. There's 3. If you count them. The big one and the small one has 1. So it really is green. She ate them all? Is that
See? There's nothing special about it except the color. Give me 1 sec. I'll start a fire and grill it right up.
Paimon's gonna pass on this one. She's way too stuffed from earlier.
No wonder why that scholar said what he said.
You mean why we have to
Or I
pick and eat the
wonder.
green mushrooms right away?
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm curious too. The scholar looked really serious when he said it, but he never explained the reason behind it. Uncle Atoli has a point, though. Curiosity can be a bad thing. If we stop doing what the scholar said, something terrible could happen.
You could look into it at least. That's what an adventurer would do.
Yeah, but my tribe is more important. I love everything about this place. Maintaining the status quo is good enough for me. I know the truth is important too, but I don't have the right to make a decision that could put the people around me in danger.
What? Why would leaving green mushrooms out and not eating it right away put people in danger? I don't understand the logical thread there. Just some random person was like, yeah, you gotta eat the green ones right away, and somehow that leads to, if you don't do it, people will be in danger. I don't understand that. And why is the music all of a sudden so ominous? Is something bad actually gonna happen if we don't eat the green ones right away? Is it like some sort of omen?
In other words, deep down, I guess I'm just scared. Scared that change could mean losing control.
If you're strong enough to uncover the truth, you're strong enough to command the truth.
Command the truth?
If fear is the only thing stopping you, let us help you shoulder the burden.
Yeah, we don't have to stop following the scholar's orders. We can start by gathering information.
You're right. Curiosity can be a bad thing sometimes. Maybe not really. Depends on what you're trying to do, I guess. But what you don't know can still hurt you.
You have a point. You know, you remind me of another hero from our tribe. Her name was Fiatena.
Was she a courageous hero, or was she like a hero in like name?
Just like you, she was full of courage.
Courage, I see.
And never stopped challenging and exploring the unknown. She's my idol. Actually, could you give me a moment? All I need is 3 seconds. Lady Fiatena, lend me your courage. 3, 2, 1.
That was the longest 3 seconds I've ever waited.
You're right. I can't keep running from the truth. I want to command it, just like you said. So, where should we start with the investigation? You probably have a bunch of experience.
I think I should taste it first.
Oh, the green mushroom, you mean? The taste is the same as the red ones. There's nothing special there.
Well, the Traveler is a lot more perceptive than most people. She should at least give it a try.
Oh, I see. Well then, I'll grill some up right away.
Oh no, you've waited too long. Now the bad thing's gonna happen, Varesa. Varesa cooks the mushroom and everyone digs in. Just like Varesa said, the taste is the same.
So, notice anything, Traveler?
I just heard a do-do-do-do-do-do, and my little icon beside me went from times 57 to times 58. Nope, no difference in
Just like
taste.
Varesa said. Guess it was the same for all of us.
Uh-oh.
Finally, a worthy devotee after all this time. Fascinating.
Who said that?
No need for alarm. There is only one among you who piqued my interest, and that is the one with golden hair.
Is it an
Seeing
R&R?
as you all appear to be acquainted, I allowed the rest of you to hear my voice as well. Now, I shall grant you all the honor of becoming my first subjects in this era.
Cut to the chase. You talk a big talk, but I've heard that before.
Now. You were the ones who wanted to learn more about my origins. I merely granted your wish.
Origins?
Dragon
Wait.
Age Origins?
You're the green mushroom?
I'm a what?
So you do know how to use your brain, young one. You'll excuse me if I have no interest in you. Craven and dull-witted as you usually seem.
Hey, watch it, buddy.
I ain't your guy, buddy.
Let me remind you, it was your own curiosity that started all of this. I see no reason for me to stand down. I only granted you this audience because I saw potential in you. I am the Sage Lord of Fungi. Serving me is a great honor, as well as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
For a fun guy, you sir are very lame.
Sage Lord? Good one. Did you come up with that yourself?
You mock my name? All you do is make a mockery of your own taste. Of course, the sage Lord of Fungi is too dignified for petty arguments with lesser organisms.
Paimon's face.
Sure doesn't sound like it.
Nope.
That's enough out of you. What's wrong with you humans? You should be full of reverence at this point.
We are human.
In that case, I don't know what went wrong, but you lack the trust and worship to be my subjects. So we shall have to table that for the time being. However, I am willing to share my sagely knowledge with you. I have all the answers you seek. As with all seekers of said knowledge, all you have to do is prove your sincerity, and we shall see if you're worthy.
For a second there, I thought it was the lady that she, or maybe, I don't even know if it was a lady. Did you say it was a lady? The person that she idolizes, that she was like praying to for whatever reason? The lady that's, I think it was a lady, part of the tribe that was also very curious and courageous. I thought it was her for a second, and she's like, oh, speak of the devil, but it's like someone completely different. So now I'm like, why did she reference this random lady all of a sudden? That's like, is that like a future character that we get to look forward to or something?
Look! More green mushrooms right in front of us!
Let's set it on fire.
These clones are my most loyal subjects, as well as the keepers of my secrets. If you want answers, then gather your wits and search for clues. I shall await your summons. It might be advisable to brush up on your devotion in the meantime.
Yeah. Yep.
The voice is gone. Finally, Paimon had enough of that racket. Talking in our heads without permission, spewing a bunch of nonsense. Even a How is better than him.
Definitely, I still think a How is worse. I think they are equally as bad. Is there a third option? Definitely.
So, do you think what he said was true? About being the Sage Lord of Fungi and all that?
He didn't seem like a very fun guy to me.
Maybe, but most of it sounded like hot air to Paimon.
We may not know who he is, but he knows we know he exists.
True. That conversation in our heads definitely was real.
And it proves these mushrooms aren't regular mushrooms at all. Something fishy is going on.
They're cordyceps. They're here to take over your brain. Which means we made the right call to investigate.
I guess this is the beginning of our hero's journey then.
Yay.
So let's make like heroes and get to the bottom of this. So we can command the truth and this mushroom.
Yay.
Okay. That sounded a lot cooler in my head.
Well, we have one thing going for us. We've faced mushrooms before, and they're pretty pathetic as far as enemies go.
Mushrooms.
Such insolence!
Did you hear that?
We have
Sounds like
fought
someone's
mushrooms before.
mad.
You're spying on us?
No response. Guess he's not gonna admit it.
Well, he said his subjects hold the clues to his secrets. Who knows if he was telling the truth? But we can't just ignore the green mushrooms, so let's start investigating.
Okay, that's a sixth yawn. I feel like the premise is kind of interesting so far, but it's just taking so long to get on with it. I guess they need to like have their jokes and stuff as well.
Okay, so this one is red. Ah! Fungus! It turned into a fungus! In that land of all places!
Oh yeah, these are Sumeru like enemies, right?
So this is one of his subjects? Well, it's kind of cute.
Bull warrior compliment! Much appreciate!
Mushwatali.
No! Bull warrior natural enemy! Eat! Must resist!
Careful, Varesa! This is a kind of monster from Sumeru. Even though it looks cute, it can still attack you!
I don't like the way it's throbbing.
A monster? Aw, that's too bad. I was hoping we could be friends.
And then you can turn it into emergency food. Gather your wits and search for clues. Well, surely violence is a form of wit.
Mercy! Mercy!
Mercy? You mean... Mercy? This one? Is my finger pointing? Yeah, that one.
Food is sacred! Everything else, waste! That's all I know. Promise!
Yeah! Yup.
It turned back into a normal mushroom. What's going on?
I guess it told us everything it knows.
You mean that food is sacred?
Well, that's a whole bunch of nothing. Let's go look somewhere else.
You can kind of say a lot about... you can say the same about a lot that's happening in the story. A whole lot of
A
nothing.
green mushroom, and it turned into a fungus. Nice try, but you're not scaring Paimon with that one twice. Okay, let's go on the initiative. Hey, you! What's the whole food is sacred thing about?
This one's angry.
As our Sage Lord stated, you must demonstrate your wits to receive the answers you seek. That means I should be the one asking the questions, not you.
Okay, so it turns out this one can talk. Fine. What do we have to do? Solve a riddle or something?
Riddle? Oh, I'm not good at that. Could you, give us an easy one?
That sounds like a problem for your friends. Besides, did I say this was up for negotiation?
I'm not a fan of riddles either. I'm pretty much a riddle master.
Enough chatter. Time for my
this
question.
character is the one who says enough chatter. Why did you just cut to the chase in the beginning?
Why are all the mushrooms in this orchard willing to become the subjects of the Sage Lord?
Because they're fun.
Aw, man! How are we supposed to know?
Because you're his clones, right? I remember him saying something like that.
Alas, no wits in sight. The answer could never be that simple.
Oh god. Because he's a fun guy. Get it?
What?
Get it?
How did you get that so fast?
Oh, it's that kind of riddle.
It's a dad pun.
Sumeru mushrooms! Of course! Paimon can't believe she didn't think of this possibility.
So that is like an English specific pun, right? I wonder how that pun would have worked in other languages then. Do other languages also call mushrooms a variation of fun guy?
Wait, does that mean everyone in Sumeru is into puns?
Nope, only one person.
Huh. Is it because the people are so clever?
We just look at each other.
No, we just, have a lot of experience with these kinds of jokes.
Yeah, only the Mahamatra, or whatever his name, Asino, is into puns and genius invocation.
Well, since you have proven your wits, I will now answer your question. The act of eating is not only a physical necessity, but also a sacred ritual. Mushrooms like us are the Sage Lord's intermediaries. Incinerating our flesh forges a spiritual connection between you and the Sage Lord himself.
Oh, so that's why he could speak to us in our heads.
So you're saying if we want to talk to him again, all we have to do is eat more mushrooms? No, wait, don't turn back into a regular mushroom! Oh, too late. And all we have is another cryptic message.
Are we gonna eat this one too right
Well,
away?
If eating is a sacred ritual, maybe we need to perform some kind of ceremony with special tools or something.
Oh, good thinking, Varesa! Let's try and ask the other mushrooms! Oh, but we should probably pick this one first since it's a green mushroom.
Alright. Yeah, these dialogue sections are always a little longer than you want them to be. And we just walk like 3 steps and we just go to another section. So why do they even
There are
bother?
2 fungi over there! Looks like they're discussing something.
Have you figured out how you're going to test the humans?
That's a 7th yawn.
Of course! Any random question should do the trick. They don't look very smart to me.
Wow, cool! You greencaps are so wise. Just like our Sage Lord. Huh, I'm so jealous.
Puzia.
It's all
Amuna.
progressing as expected. I know exactly what they're going to ask. Oh, please, please tell us how to conduct the ceremony. And I shall respond. Nothing in life comes for free. You have two choices. Answer a question about the stars and moon above, or the dark abyss below.
Ew! And they'll say, no, I'm stumped. I can't think anymore, or my cap will explode into spores.
They're humans, idiot. They don't have caps or spores.
All right. Duh.
And then I'll say, you can't even answer the most basic of basic questions? Come back after you've studied for a few more decades.
Ha! Yeah! A few more decades.
Bum, bum, bum.
Of course, they're so dense, it might actually take them that long to realize that. If eating is a ritual, then obviously, the ceremony is the cooking.
They don't know we're spying on them.
I mean, obviously it's the cooking!
Did they just give us the answer?
I guess they most certainly did.
Who goes there?
It is us, the humans. We have
And you
arrived.
think we're the dense ones? Look in the mirror, buddy.
Look! A floating pale organism out of nowhere! My cap almost burst into spores!
No, wait, don't disappear! At least explain yourselves first!
We're gonna have to eat the green one again. Back to regular mushrooms, huh? Well, we've already got what we needed, I guess.
So, we passed the test? Where's the sense of accomplishment?
The music in the background is like, I don't know, the vibe that it gives.
So much for gathering
Like,
our wits.
do,
We didn't have to use our brains at all.
I can't help to just shake my body to the beat of that song.
Oh well. The important thing is, the Sage Lord of Fungi wants us to use cooking to establish a stronger mental connection with him.
That sounds right. Uncle Atoli did say, when you cook this mushroom, the higher the heat, the better the fragrance.
Right! That was the case when you grilled them in the orchard, too. Heat really does release their flavor.
If we cook them just right, maybe we'll be able to see the Sage Lord's true form.
Okay, let's give it a try.
Sounds like a plan. Varesa?
Definitely. But we should probably explain the situation to Uncle Akadal and the rest of the tribe first.
Oh, isn't that just assumed?
Good call. It's best for everyone to be prepared.
Okay, sure, that sounds good. Well, that's the first part of that quest. Okay. I think, how many parts of this quest? I think there's like usually 3, right? They go by 3s a lot. 3 acts, and then the last act has 3 parts. This one's name is Vanana. V-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Full throttle!
Brum, brum. Brrr. Oh, I can't hold that one. Ugh. What is it, like 7th or 8th? Yawn now. Indeed.
Huh.
Ha.
Okay, so it felt pretty normal in the moment, but hearing it back does sound kind of, ridiculous.
This silence speaks volume.
So, the mushrooms in the orchard are sentient. What a remarkable discovery!
Yeah, without your investigation, who knows what could have happened?
Thanks for looking into it, and for collecting all this information.
What a relief. I was worried it sounded like I lost my marbles.
It does sound far-fetched. After all, none of us have ever spoken to a mushroom. But we know you're not one to lie, Varesa. Besides, the origin of the green mushrooms has always been a mystery to us. Thanks to you, we now know something sinister could be going on. So, we should do our part to help.
Yeah, just let me know if there's anything I can do.
Wow, that didn't take much convincing.
There's so many characters. I think these three could have just merged into one character. I don't really even know why Ian-san's here. So like, they have to like hire all these different voice talent to do all these characters for this section of the story in how many languages? Like 5 languages I think the game is like dubbed in. Like that's just so much overhead, right? So why do they do that? They're just like making things expensive for themselves for no reason.
Oh, wait! You said the mushrooms needed to be cooked at high heat, right? I can do that for you right now. I'll be quick.
And like the fact that there's so many characters and each characters need to have some sort of lines here and there that they gotta make. So there's like a lot of redundant dialogue all the time. It's like, oh, I need the mushrooms. Oh yeah, that person needs the mushrooms. Oh yeah, we need to get him the mushrooms. And it just like bloats so much of this story. I think that's like the most of the problem. It's just like so much dialogue that is not necessary. It's like almost as if it's like just the first draft of a story, of a script or something, and they're like, yeah, this is good enough. They didn't like edit it down or try to like figure out a better way to convey the story. They just add like whatever characters they need. Like, oh, in this section we're gonna do a food tournament, so we gotta assume that there's gonna be a chef, right? Okay, we'll just make a chef character and give him some lines. Oh wait, but in this section, we need the chief here. We need the town chief as well. Oh, okay, we'll just put him in there as well. They didn't really think it through all that much. Maybe that's the issue of like live services where they just gotta keep churning out content like this. So there's not a lot of room for editing and stuff. And once like the dialogue and everything is written and like a lot of the voice lines have been recorded, voice talent have been paid, the animations of everything and the scripting of characters and everything has been done, you really can't go back and change it. It's like a whole process to change it again, right? So unfortunately, I feel like maybe their cadence in release is in some ways detrimental to the quality of their product, or quality of the story, quality of like the game itself. But at the same time, it seems like they're still really successful with all the like gacha pulls that they're getting, right? And they're still earning a lot of monies from that. So there's like really no incentive for them to really like iterate and polish on top of like this specifically. But I don't know how many people are actually like paying attention to every line and not skipping through it just to try to get to the end and get the rewards at the end. And like so far the only fun part of this story was like that eating contest where we get to see like all the mountains of food. But like everything else surrounding this so far was really, I don't know, it didn't really have to be in this, like introduced in this quest specifically, like all the areas and stuff. Like the tour that Varesa gave us, she really only like told us about the main like area and then her house and the orchards, right? I feel like a lot of that could be discovered through gameplay instead of specifically pointed out in story. So I don't know, I feel like if they decided to change this up from the foundation, they can make a huge difference in the way the story and everything is presented and executed. But I don't know, that's just me.
All right, I'm back. I used cast iron,
Hi, back.
so it should be hot enough.
Cast iron? I hope it has been seasoned.
Whoa, it smells delicious! Suddenly Paimon's hungry again.
Oh, hi, hungry Paimon.
Well, here goes nothing.
Wait, that's his voice!
Looks like you stumbled upon the right path. But this temperature does not demonstrate even a fraction of the sincerity I require.
Do we have to go to the volcano and dip it into the lava to cook it?
You really think some common stove could generate enough heat to earn the acknowledgement of the Sage Lord? Humans are such a disappointment. You can solve my riddles when the answers are handed to you on a silver platter. But as soon as there are no more hints, not a shred of intelligence in sight. Do try and use your brain this time.
How did it go? Did you hear the voice?
You made fun of us, and now we don't care about him anymore. We just want to move on.
Ugh, annoying menace of a mushroom! The Sage Lord of Fungi said the heat's still not high enough. Sage Lord of Nitpicking, more like!
Still, the only way to figure out his goal is to keep playing along.
Not high enough, huh? I guess that means we need a more powerful source of heat. Attention, everyone! We need items that can generate intense heat. Anything you can find.
We can get... Can we get Mawika here, and she'll go Super Saiyan, and then we'll use the heat emanating off of her?
I'll see what I can do.
Leave it to me.
We should take a look too.
Definitely. We're not super familiar with this area, though. Do you have any ideas?
Nothing concrete, but we could check around the volcano. It spews out all kinds of stuff. Maybe there's something we can use.
Yes, some exploration and potential
Awesome! Let's go!
combat.
Paimon's gonna find something scorching hot and then throw it in that stupid mushroom's face!
Look for a high temperature materials. Look for the high temperature materials needed. Okay. So they want me to move out of here and go this way. Okay. I can do that.
Rev the engines!
I'm still like kind of disappointed that... Is it this way? No, it is not this way. And I'm curious where this is gonna lead. What was I gonna say? I don't remember now. What is this? Okay, this is just like a bit of a detour. Wait, is that an enemy? What did I just do? Secret source dragon cannon? It might be, it might have once been part of a dragon statue mechanism, but now only the section that could be considered the dragon's head remains. It fires projectiles through the cannon's muzzle at those who trigger it. It is said that if you charge at the muzzle with immense power, you can strike a powerful blow. Yeah. Yeah. Whoop. I have to wait for this button. We made it. Break everything. Oh, there's a new enemy there. Whoop. What happened? What is this? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? The boss is definitely gonna beat me up when I get back. What happened? If it were me, I'd just run. Run? No, that's impossible. The boss is like the Night Kingdom, everywhere, all the time. She'll hunt me down and drag me back no matter where I go. I've gotta go back and apologize. But how? The road's blocked. I'm so dead this time. The attack of the purple Tepletha sword. Brrr. Out of the way. Oh no. I guess we weren't supposed to come from that direction. You picked the wrong woman to mess with. You want to blow my goods, blah 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 blah. Entity has disappeared and what? I am the Archon. Beware.
Let's begin.
I am a warden. Oh my god, the Geovisaps is so annoying to fight against. What is happening?
Have a safe trip.
Wrath from the sky!
Wow, these guys are so tanky.
Calm down.
Oh no, he turned back into Geovisap! Oh my god.
Pyroclastic surge!
Alright. I somehow got roped into another world quest accidentally. What is happening?
Try and stop
This
me!
section is really poorly done. I can barely have time to read what the people are actually saying. So I have no idea what the hell is going on. And all of a sudden the volcano is erupting.
Way now. Not bad.
Rise with the sun! Wrath from the sky!
And now I'm stuck in this world quest when I'm trying to do a different quest. What happened to focus mode?
Incinerate!
I kind of wish focus mode just made it so that you only the assets of the current mission that I'm focusing on shows up. I guess focus mode is just like a UI thing that tries to tell you where to go. Phew, what a mess to deal with. To think that I almost got knocked flat by some Tapletlosaurs. That just boils my blood.
You've got it all wrong. Those are abyssal monsters. They're way more dangerous than Tapletlosaurs. So you thought they were just ordinary ones. No wonder you struggled.
Ha, is that it? Makes sense now. I really owe you this time. If it weren't for you guys, I'd have been done for. Hold on a sec. I need to go round up those useless idiots first. I'll thank you properly once I make sure they're all safe. With your help, the people of the caravan gradually gathered around. Oh, this is this guy's quest. Ah, so it's all thanks to these three that you made it out safe, boss? Aha, that's right. You should have seen them in action. Took down those monsters in just a couple of moves. You saved the squad leader. That's a debt I haven't much to offer in repayment for, but please take this small gift as a token of my gratitude. Seriously, Titslow? Have you always been this stingy? That's all you're giving to those people who saved your life? What do we get? Hey, Chubby, ensuring in the caravan's safety is your job, isn't it? So what's this about someone else having to clean up your mess? What do you have to say for yourself? Quit stuttering. If you hadn't panicked and dropped your guard, a few measly monsters wouldn't have been a problem for me. This time, you're giving up part of your pay to thank our saviors, got it? That doesn't seem fair. I mean, like, he still has to make a living, right? Of course, such a small token as a life-saving gift. Does seem a bit stingy, doesn't it? Indeed, it feels a bit lacking. Haha, well said. I like people like you. You know it. You say it how it is. Haha. Anyway, this is a personal gift from me to you. Just accept it. Consider it a little something extra for your little Tapletlosaur. You get some more snacks. No need to thank, or for any thanks, or formalities. Rawr. Alright, we still need to go pick up all the stuff we lost along the way. We'll be heading off now. Maybe we meet again. Yeah, that's kind of a big problem in this game.
The rewards of an adventure worth remembering.
You randomly trigger stuff that you don't want to be a part of. And then, when you continued like whatever this quest, you're like, what's going on? I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention because I was trying to pay attention to a different quest at the time. And then you forget about all the random NPC characters they keep throwing at you. Like a million of them. All with different weird sounding names. That's hard to remember for an English speaker. Come on, come on. Yeah. What was that? Leave me alone! I just want to get to the spot where I can continue the story.
Hey, there should be some avatars of lava somewhere along this path. Their cores are really hot. It might be just what we need.
You know, when you think about how everyone jumped to help us like that, it seems like your tribe has been suspicious of the green mushrooms for a while.
Yeah, but without you, we would have never gotten this far. I mean, tons of people have tried that mushroom without a weird voice talking in their head.
Right. So, even if you wanted to investigate, you had nowhere to start.
Ugh.
Yeah, this opportunity was a long time coming. Plus, the Sage Lord's arrogant attitude definitely triggered my tribe's competitive spirit.
Yeah, competition seems to be a thing here.
Varesa doesn't seem competitive most of the time, though. Outside of training and fighting monsters, at least.
Yeah, well, I don't really like fighting or competing, to be honest. Simple day-to-day happiness is what matters to me. Still, I've learned a lot from Kojian-san. She taught me that strength is a means rather than an end. We get stronger so we can use our strength when it counts. Like during the Abyss invasion. Having the training to master my vision meant that I could do something to stop it. So, no matter how scared I feel, I know I have to be brave. Because people are counting on me.
I can tell. There's a certain strength deep within you.
Thanks. It's a work in progress. I can only hope that one day I can be as brave as Lady Fiatena. Alright, we should keep looking.
I just feel like every oh, we gotta play as Varesa. Every little section I just complain.
Oh, looks like we can make this jump.
We're supposed to make the jump.
A falling rock!
That avatar of lava pushed it down. Come on, let's charge.
Boom.
Charge!
A moment, please. Stay cool. Face your guilt.
Let's go!
Pia! Hut! Hero incoming!
Yeah. Wow, she had crazy DPS.
Too strong! Ah!
That was fun.
Done and dusted. This core should be perfect. Look.
Wow.
Oh, let's see! Woo! Hot!
How are you holding it?
A few more chunks like this and we should be good. Come on. Let's keep heading up.
But what if this one cools down by the time we find the next one? Oh.
Oh, careful! 3 avatars of lava ahead.
Yeah.
Incinerate!
Let's see!
Let's try and use her more.
Kablam!
Oh, she attacks?
Well, now.
Okay, she's also dying. She died really quick there.
Let's go! Oh no, not good! The volcano is acting up again!
The volcano is acting up again. What is that?
It looks like a giant weasel thief. Is there a great Tolan weasel thief or something?
We call it a furnace shell mountain weasel. It's very aggressive, so be careful.
Swear it's for medical research.
I swear it's for medical research, haha.
Yeah! Hut! Charge! Hut! Yeah! Hut! Hut!
Okay, you need to do plunging attack.
Ultimate flying kick! Hut! Ah! Hi!
glowing eyes, and this thing the weasel used to spew out fire!
I think that's its back armor. It shoots out phlogiston, so it can pretty much attack from all directions. My dad told me about them once. Creatures that live in the volcano. I can't believe we actually ran into one!
What? You have never ran into one all this time you've been living here?
This piece of armor might produce even higher temperatures than the seeing eyes. We'll get those mushrooms super hot this time.
Nice fighting back there, by the way, huh?
Oh, well, even though I don't like fighting, sometimes you don't have a choice. So, I've tried to figure out a bunch of different ways to get myself in the zone. For example, I've read a lot of stories about heroes, and my favorite hero has always been Fiatenna, the one I mentioned before. Fiatenna's most iconic feature was her mask. So, I decided to make one just like hers.
Oh.
So now, whenever I wear the mask, it's like there's a little piece of her with me. If I want to honor her legacy, I have no choice but to be brave. At the same time, though, I guess it's kind of like a crutch. Kind of like I'm hiding behind her strength.
Oh, you really think so?
But it helps you, right? It's nothing to feel ashamed about.
Really? It's just... I feel like I need to take it off one day and face things alone. But the longer I put off taking that step, the more impossible it feels.
That's just too much work. Just continue
don't know
using
if
the
I have
mask.
it in
No
me.
one cares. But you were the one who decided to investigate this case, not your mask.
Yeah, you had the courage to make that decision. And that's what adventuring is all about. Fighting is just a small part of it.
Yeah, you did this. You did this. So you're responsible for this.
Oh,
Besides, Paimon thinks you're doing a great job. Just take your time. It's not a race.
thanks for believing in me, you two. I've learned so much.
Can you repeat to me what you've learned? I don't really know what the lesson was there. Was it the mask? Was it about the mask? What did you learn just now?
And I won't give
That
up.
it was you?
Not until I can face things on my own. After that pep talk, I feel like my appetite is back in full force.
You're hungry already? Paimon hasn't even finished digesting her last meal.
Her previous meal. It's inauspicious to say last meal.
Come on, let's head back to the tribe. We'll earn that mushroom's recognition this time for sure.
I don't know if it's like Chinese culture or if it's just like my grandparents. I remember when I was young, I would always say, I guess in Cantonese, I would be like, I'm done eating. I'm done eating. And then they would correct me in saying I'm finished eating. Oh wait, that doesn't really make sense in English. Or I'm full. The better translation is like, instead of saying you're done eating, just say you're full. Because apparently saying you're done eating implies that you're done eating forever. So it's like inauspicious to say that. So you want to say like you've eaten enough or you're full is like what you're supposed to say. Just so that you imply that you would have more to eat in the future. So yeah, what Paimon said there about her last meal. Is she still filled up with her last meal instead of her previous meal? Kind of reminded me of that for some reason. Yes. Right? Yes. I still feel really bad that Lumine, or the Traveler, didn't get any, like, fancy world traversal abilities. It's kind of
Let's ride.
a shame, I guess.
Rev the engines.
The Traveler can't
And we
win.
found a bunch of stuff to use.
Great. We're almost done with the preparations at our side, too.
Who are these? Who's this lady? Who's this guy?
I've managed to get these iron chunks red hot. We should be good to go.
Yeah, and since we need really high temperatures, I brought the best stove I could find.
That's not a stove, that's an oven. Unless you put stuff on top. Maybe that's why? Like stoves, heat stuff from underneath, right? And then you put like a pot on top. But ovens is like a container that's hot and you put stuff in it and it bakes things.
And I got a bunch of buckets of lava on standby if we need more fuel.
What are you holding the lava? What material is the buckets? Maybe the buckets should be used as like the medium if it can actually withstand all the heat. It's like we're gearing up for a fight, not cooking a few mushrooms.
Yeah, but the things we brought aren't your typical cooking utensils either.
Well, that mushroom started it, right, everyone? Disrespecting Varesa and her guest of honor.
Yeah, we'll see what sort of excuses it can come up with this time.
Thanks for the help, everyone. It really means a lot.
Oh man. So I'm about 2 hours and 25 minutes. I've been streaming. And every time I look over, it's like, oh, it's only been two hours. It feels like it's been like 4 or 5 hours at this point, just waiting for all the dialogue and stuff. Oh, hello. Welcome to chat. Welcome to my channel, I guess, my stream. I'm just playing through Genshin Impact right now, and I was about to go on a tangent. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, yesterday when I was streaming Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I was getting sidetracked because, like, there's all these really fun things to do in the Gold Saucer. I was like, oh, I'll just continue the story. Oh, I can do a chocobo race. Oh, I can fight against Yuffie or something like that. And yeah, now I'm just like completely opposite, where it's just like, this is taking way too long. HRU? I don't know what that means, to be honest. Hello. I guess hello. I'm just continuing this story.
All right, let's see what we have here.
You're also playing
The armor of a
Genshin,
furnace shell
but you're a
mountain
Europe
weasel?
server. Okay.
Don't tell me you went into the volcano.
I am in the North American server, I guess, so we're in different servers, unfortunately.
No, it erupted out of nowhere, and then the weasel appeared, and then, well, anyway, we got this in the end.
Either way, this is something special. Back when I was training to be a chef,
Oh,
I studied the effect of
HRU
temperature on
equals
different
how
ingredients.
are you? Okay, I am doing okay. It's just that I've been playing Genshin Impact for quite a while, since it's like a free game. But recently, I've actually started playing like games like I've been streaming Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and before that, I streamed Remake as well. And like comparing the flow of the game and the gameplay mechanics and the way the story is like executed and stuff to Genshin Impact, it's just like making me realize that there's like a lot better games out there, unfortunately. When it comes to Genshin Impact. And now that I'm back in Genshin Impact, like, having to wait for all this, like, story and dialogue and everything is actually starting to, like, get really annoying for me. I guess, maybe this game is, not for, like, someone like me at this point. I don't know. I don't know, I feel like in the past the stories have been a lot more interesting. There's actually cool lore stuff about like visions, about the archons, about all the little like cultural stuff. I guess this is cultural stuff for this place specifically. But then I feel like learning more about Li Yue, learning more about Sumeru, the Akasha and all that stuff and how people use it. Or in Fontaine about the justice and the Melazines and stuff is like so much more interesting than like whatever is going on in Natlan so far. I don't know. Natlan's story has been more or less, I don't know, not as good as previous ones. I feel like I really enjoyed like Fontaine and Sumeru stories more. What adventure rank am I? I don't know. I think I'm rank 60 if that's the max rank. I've maxed out the rank like a while ago. I started playing this game when it first came out, so you have 2 Archons on your team. That's pretty awesome. I also have, I think, 2 Archons on my team that I normally use. For like recently, I have Mawika and Zhongli on my team, but I do have some of the other Archons too, but I don't use them as often. While like doing open world stuff. But I do use like Farina quite a bit in the Spiral Abyss because she's like super strong. Oh, we're getting close. The last like 10 levels I think takes a lot of work to get to, or a lot of whatever that experience that you need.
This kind of armor produces intense localized heat. It's great for fish because you can get a nice sear on one side without overcooking the other. Anyway, let's get started. The mushrooms are all ready to go.
Have you done this, what would you call it? Tribal quest yet? Where it's like about these like red and green mushrooms, and there's like a fungi overlord sage person that's trying to like get us to do something.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, Farina and A as well. I used to use Raiden Shogun quite a bit, but then she kind of got power crept by some of the other characters at this point, and I actually use Fischl more than Raiden Shogun when like challenging the Imaginarium whenever they're available, or doing the Spiral Abyss. Oh, you pause playing for a bit? Oh no, this is spoilers, unless you don't care. I guess this is not like... I think the only story that's really interesting so far is the Archon quest. So a lot of these other side story stuff is like... Even if you get spoiled on it, I don't think it really... It's like not really that big of a deal, I feel like. We're just cooking mushrooms essentially right now and eating it. And then this disembodied voice is telling us we're doing everything wrong.
Whoa! The fragrance is so much more intense! And what's with this weird mist? Wait, no. Something's not right.
Uh-oh. Are we hallucinating? We have entered the mushroom world. We had a mushroom friend named Bongo Head at some point. I wonder if that character will make an appearance. What's happening? Is something loading? Am I stuck in a loading screen? Oh, here we go.
Humans are the same.
We're in Sumeru all of a
Where
sudden.
are we? Where did everyone go?
I have no idea. We just showed up here. I can't see the others anymore.
Huh? Is something wrong?
That's a cuddle. Chief, we don't know where we are.
Have we passed out?
What? I know it's hard to see through this
Paimon
mist,
is so
but
yapping all the
aren't
time.
you here
Yeah,
as a tribe with the
she
rest
does
of
talk
us?
quite a bit. She essentially has to talk for our main character and for herself, so that's why she has so much voice lines. I don't know why they just don't give our main character voice lines. It's just such a weird thing. It just like... It really breaks the flow of the combat, or not the combat, the dialogue whenever like everyone is talking, and then when it comes to her, it's just like you pick a line, but it doesn't really amount to anything, and then like she just like gestures or emotes, and then you kind of have to imagine that everyone heard what she says and they respond to her.
No. What are you feeling?
This must be the Sage Lord's trick, but it's only affected the 3 of us. But why us and not the others?
Because you are the only worthy devotees, of course.
Is that the Sage Lord?
Evil jerk of a mushroom, so this is what you look like.
You look like all the other mushrooms.
He does look a bit more evil than the other mushrooms we met.
I guess he has a
I am
cool
no
evil
longer
eye.
concerned with your insolence. On the contrary, I am satisfied with your performance. So, as promised, you shall have the answers you seek. Of course, I have a goal of my own. Let me reiterate once more. The great Sage Lord of Fungi, that would be me, is extending you the honor of becoming my subjects.
Do we really want that?
The only way anyone's serving you is on a platter.
And then everyone's gonna gobble you up.
Now, don't be hasty. It's inadvisable to speak in absolutes. You refuse only because you have yet to witness my miracles.
Your miracle? What? What do you mean?
Cherish this opportunity. It may not come again. As you know,
Whoa.
Tivat is not a peaceful place. The gods wage war against one another, Monsters roam the land, humans live in squalor. But then, humanity discovered me, and learned that I could grant them unlimited power to fell even the most fearsome of enemies.
Huh. If we want to become strong, we just have to eat this.
Oh, okay. Is it like the berserker mushrooms you see in like Nordic folklores and stuff? I guess maybe even history. Well, I'm huge. I'm a huge jacked man.
Those monsters are no match for me!
I don't know the weird feeling.
And so, the humans worshipped me as their savior. And in return, I revealed my identity as the Sage Lord of Fungi.
You really expect us to believe that? Besides, as far as enemies go, a few puny fungi aren't that fearsome.
Okay, rein it back, Paimon. You're starting to sound really overconfident here.
Such arrogance! Take that back and apologize before I lose my temper.
You wish.
Wait, you have 20%? I do not know what your 20% is in context to.
I mean, those monsters really don't look that scary. Not the kind you'd need a miracle to defeat, anyway.
You insignificant mortals boast of strength? Very well.
Okay, we get
Then
combat, I
prove
guess.
it.
Do we get to play as Varesa here? I sure hope we do. Ah, nice. Alright, we will bubble them.
Let's see. Let's ride.
We'll
Try and
activate
stop.
some fire.
Headbutt.
Hiya! Hiya! Oh, she can also use her ult without it being maxed out.
Way now.
Shoryuken!
Let's ride. Light of the blazing sun.
Well, that was easy. You're gonna fight? Oh yeah.
Well fought. You see? You ate a fair amount of my clones, and now look what you can do. Huh. My eye for subjects is as discerning as ever.
We can already do that.
Weren't we insignificant mortals just a second ago? Weird.
I'll admit, you're not entirely useless, but my miracles are even greater than you can imagine.
Hey, that like thing looks like the mask that Varesa like tries to wear, right? Is this Lord of Fungi actually the hero that she looks up to?
No, don't just... another cryptic one-liner and another disappearing act? It's gotta be a mushroom thing at this point. Well, what should we do? Follow him?
Traveler's like, why are we even dealing with this person?
Yeah,
We don't like
let's
him
go.
so much.
I think he's trying to tell us a story, although I'm not sure if I like the plot.
Oh, you've got a lot of plot, Varesa. I appreciate your plot. I don't have Varesa, so I guess I should take advantage of this opportunity to play as much as her as possible. I wanna run away and never say goodbye. Oh.
I soon became humanity's faith, and, with my power, created countless clones, with which I could bestow upon them an endless source of sustenance. Food is a scarce resource. A faith that provides for the needs of the flesh is the most practical and noble of all. And as my subjects gave themselves in service, either as civilians or warriors, I rewarded them with mushrooms in proportion to their contribution. The most exceptional among them could receive as many as 20 mushrooms a day.
Damn.
That's it?
What are you insinuating? Are mushrooms not enough?
This mushroom is actually really huge if it's like... At least this mushroom is actually even taller than the Traveler.
Well, it's possible people couldn't afford to be picky back then.
Yeah, but now even Saurians have more options than that.
Sustenance and strength. Such are the pillars of faith. So, what do you think? A pretty enticing offer, wouldn't you agree? Once you become my subjects, all you have to do is build a civilization dedicated to the mushrooms. And then...
Hold on. I want to know what happened next.
What do you mean, what happened next?
Right. If the humans dedicated themselves in service to you, then shouldn't you have your own tribe at this point? Or even your own nation?
And then the vegans came in and wanted people to eat soy instead.
But I've read a lot of woven scrolls about the heroes of Natlan. And I've never come across anything about some kind of mushroom savior.
Of course not. I was in a different nation at the time. I don't suppose you know their history, too.
We've been to Sumeru.
Yeah, and we didn't hear anything about a mushroom civilization.
We did hear about a mushroom fighting competition.
I never said it was Sumeru. I have no idea where that assumption is coming from.
Because fungi are creatures from Sumeru. The buildings from your vision support that too.
A trivial detail. You know what? You don't deserve to know what happened next.
Then you don't deserve our faith either.
Yeah, if you want us to respect you, stop being so secretive.
True. If we don't know how the story ends, it doesn't hold much weight now, does it?
All right, fine. Same rules as before. If you want the truth, you'll have to use your wits to earn it. If you fail to prove your worth, good luck getting another detail out of me.
He ran off.
Sounds good.
Oh. Uh-huh. Right.
All right. Oh no. Does he like
He
fit
jumped
perfectly?
down from here.
His
So
little
it
like
looks
cap.
like we just need to... Is something wrong, Traveler?
There's something off about his motive.
Off? How?
That's how I feel too. Based on his personality, if he won't tell us how things turned out in the end, it must be because it's not something he can brag about. Besides, how did he even get from Sumeru to Natlan? Seems like he's avoiding that subject too.
We just walked across the desert, so I assumed maybe he did the same thing.
And through it all, he still hasn't given up on recruiting us. Even though he's in for a rude awakening.
Yeah. He seemed pretty annoyed with our questions. Why not just kick us to the curb?
Why are we not just kicking him to the curb if he's being so difficult to deal with? I guess the story's got a story, right? He must be in a dire need of subjects, and it has to be the three of us.
But why?
Let's go after him, and keep an eye out for clues along the way.
All right, sounds like a plan. Let's go!
Let's go! Paimon! Woo! Do we have to jump down the... Oh, we do. We must enter the well. I've played Ocarina of Time before, and jumping down a well was not a good idea in that game. Door of Resurrection activated. Oh, we got a side-scrolling section. Is this gonna be like Sonic?
Catch me if you can! If you can figure out which way to go, of course.
We're going fast. We gotta go fast.
Absolutely insufferable. Come on, let's find him.
Oh!
Lead us to me. I'll clear a path for you.
Wait. What do they want me to do here? I ran out of E button. Why do I stop? Please don't stop. Why do they even bother putting us cooldown on there in this specific section? Okay. I guess I could have just used the charge attack.
Time to roll.
Okay, there we go.
I think we can get these mushrooms to form a path. We just need to wait for the right timing.
Get a load of this.
Watch out, Varesa!
Don't worry about me.
Yeah, she's
I've
got
this.
horns. Oop, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Oh, she can run on water? She's like Jesus Christ. Oh. Oop. Whee!
Here I go.
Whee!
A dead end?
Jump up. Let it give us a ride.
Jump up. Excuse. Oh, there we go. Whee! Do we stay on this guy?
All right, this should be good. Get ready and jump.
What? Okay. Whee! Wait, run again? Oh, nope. No more running.
Backed into a corner, huh?
We got him!
We've got you this time.
Ow! Well, that hurt, you know. You humans have such violent tendencies.
That ain't even the half of it.
How did we lose him?
Not again. Although, I think I pulled something off of him.
Oh, what did she do? What'd she get? It's just gooey little, like, thing.
A ball of mist. Oh no, it's spreading.
Uh-oh.
Ah, they're gonna eat us. Gonna eat us. Eat us.
Ungrateful humans. At this rate, I won't have any clones left. The more my clones are consumed, the less power I have.
What? Then why do you want people to eat you?
Dire.
Is that why this person told people that you gotta eat him right away? To keep his power
Why must the
down?
humans eat so much? My power is all but spent, but it was still enough to control a single human at least. Now all of Sumero knows how scrumptious my mushrooms are. So if I want to grow, I must relocate.
Okay.
And if I want it to happen fast, I need suitable environmental conditions. You! Take me somewhere hot. The hotter the better.
Yes, my lord.
Hot and humid.
Is this the place,
the
human?
phlogiston.
Yes. This is a volcano in a land far to the west. The temperatures here get very high. It should be a most suitable location for your lordship to regain his strength. I shall now find a good place to plant you, my lord, so that your mycelial majesty may take root in this fertile land.
That mycelium.
Yes, proceed.
This is Resident Evil.
Huh? An earthquake?
An osquake.
No, a volcanic eruption.
Dot, dot, dot.
So that's how it ended. No wonder you tried to hide it from us. It's pretty embarrassing.
I thought he said people formed communities around this mushroom and used it as their main source of food.
Yeah, but it looks like his following got too big and he couldn't keep up with the demand.
Huh. He used the mushrooms as his main recruitment tactic. But then the situation got out of control.
And it seems like his powers is proportional to the number of clones he has.
Which means the more mushrooms the humans ate, the less powerful he became, right?
Wow. So his following didn't last long.
Nope, which explains why there aren't any records about some kind of mushroom civilization.
That doesn't really explain that, but sure.
In the end, he mind-controlled a human to bring him to Natland and then got buried under a pile of volcanic rocks.
Yeah. For who knows how long.
Do I have any animals? No, I don't have any pets of any kind. I'm actually allergic to, like, cats and dogs, unfortunately.
When we were talking to him earlier, he seemed kind of, out of touch, you know?
Well, he has been living under a rock, so that checks out. But clearing out this area for your orchard finally allowed him to start regaining his power.
Yeah, that sounds right. My parents always thought it was so weird that mushrooms kept popping up around the orchard no matter what we did.
You have a cat?
No, it makes sense.
Is it an adorable cat? A really fluffy one.
Wait, but if everything we saw is true, that means this mushroom has mind control powers or something? That's a recipe for disaster.
Oh no, we ate the mind control.
Hold on. Do you remember what he showed us? A group of humans worshipping a giant mushroom. It just doesn't make sense. They must have been mind-controlled. But when he started running out of power, he couldn't keep it up.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's why he doesn't seem to be able to control us either.
I understand now why it has to be us.
Oh? Why?
Because we ate the mushroom. I'll explain it on the way. I need to catch him to confirm my theory.
All right. Then let's find this mushroom.
Wait, why does it have to be us? I actually don't know. Open the chest. Very nice. Hiya! Hiya!
Whoa!
Oh,
Ooh.
the environment changed again. Nothing to phase Paimon at this point.
Let's keep looking. He can't
Hiya.
hide forever.
Ooh, is this a boss battle area? Are we gonna fight some bosses? Per chance? Oh, interesting. Are we gonna have to inhabit that at some point? Bubble?
Let's ride.
Fire?
Throttle.
And then we can use her. The elemental reactions is, especially since they buffed the electro ones, has been very, very fun to use.
So you made it this far. Impressive.
We got the Sumeru
In that
battle
case-
music instead.
He hid himself in the statue.
We gotta destroy the statue then?
What should we do? Actually, that checks out. We're just gonna smash it, right? Cool.
Okay.
Heads up!
How do we get her to smash it? Or do we need to use this? Oh wait, it's this thing. Wait, does that mean we can use her to smash things?
Hurry up, Varesa!
Oh wait, no, we gotta defeat these guys.
Calm down.
Let's ride. Rev the engines. Rev from the sky.
Let's begin.
Oh, Varesa.
Why me? Hurry up, Varesa!
Yeah, she can do the crushing as well.
The antenna! Red me strike! Smash down!
Smash!
It's gonna get a little chilly. Don't run away now.
Yeah! Heads up! Hero incoming! Volcano kablam!
Whee! Boom. This mushroom is annoying me more than Paimon at this time. Yeah, I don't know.
You know all your schemes.
A lot of like characters in this game just like kind of devolves into being annoying. It seems like that's like their main, like, instead of being evil, they're just annoying. Maybe try hiding them a bit better next time. Yeah.
We thought you were just a mushroom that happened to taste good. But now we know how dangerous you are, so we have to stop you.
We will have to burn you to a crisp.
It would seem you're not completely devoid of intelligence. Fitting for my future subjects. Still, you're overlooking a very important detail. Did you think I was running away because I was scared? Oh, this is a world of my creation. My will rules supreme.
Oh, really?
My schemes have been exposed, you say. No matter. My goal has already been achieved.
What?
Say what?
Although I prefer to call myself the Sage Lord of Fungi, in the human tongue, I am known by another name.
For a fun guy, you are really lame.
You now behold the god Bifrons, the sole protagonist in this endless carnage!
So you're a god?
Indeed, foolish, shallow, and ungrateful humans! Have you forgotten your savior during this time of war? I am the god who's protecting countless of your kind during this Archon War.
What is this Archon
You
War?
have no food in which to satiate your hunger, no means with which to counter the hordes of monsters, and the gods loom overhead, capable of reducing you to ashes with a simple snap of their fingers. Just one word, and you could have had my protection. But now, that opportunity is lost forever. And you only have your own stupidity and arrogance to blame.
Actually, all of them except for one of them. All the Archons except one so far is our friend, so we don't have to care about this anymore.
No matter. My plan has already succeeded. What you saw when you cooked the mushrooms was not mist, but spores, set to sprout into green mushrooms very soon. And that's where their true power lies. Because, given a bit of time to grow, green mushrooms will multiply exponentially.
Uh-oh.
You see, considering my current level of power, I had no way to create large number of clones. Unless, of course, I had access to a source of extreme heat.
You think this mushroom is a bit back in time? Yeah, it seems like he was, like, trapped under the volcano for a while, and he just recently came back, so he doesn't know what's going on.
And you delivered one to me on a silver platter. That was my plan all along.
So, you kept running away from us because you needed to buy time?
Precisely. Before long, the green mushrooms will multiply at an unstoppable rate, allowing me to return to the peak of my power. Then, I shall reclaim my dignity and status as a god, achieve victory in the Archon War, and take revenge on Sumeru.
You have no concept of time, do you? Newsflash, the Archon War is old news, buddy.
Nonsense! Is that not the source of your suffering? All I hear in this land is war this and war that. If you fear the Archon War, all the more reason to cower behind the protection of a god.
Pretty sure they're talking about the war against the Abyss.
Huh?
The Abyss? What is that?
The Archon War. I guess I've heard about that once or twice, but only from Outlanders.
Oh yeah, Natlin kind of sealed himself out, right, from the rest of the world. Kind of like what
I see
Inazuma
what's going
did.
on here. You're using lies and trickery to befuddle me. You know, my original plan was to imprison you here until the end of time. But now, I have a better idea. Once nothing is left of this land but an endless field of mushrooms, I'll set you free. You get the honor of witnessing that despair in person.
Okay.
Now, I was going to offer you a glimmer of hope by allowing you to pledge yourselves to me and take on the burden of managing my kingdom. But now, the deal is off.
It was an empty deal from the start, and we have a different mushroom guy as our friend. His name is Bongo Head, and he wins tournaments for us.
What did you say?
We weren't chosen because you saw something in us. We were your only option.
The Traveler explained everything. The only reason I could hear you is because I've eaten so many mushrooms over the years.
Yeah, and Paimon ate a whole bunch during the competition. Paimon's small, so it didn't take as many mushrooms for her to be affected.
And I happen to have a very special constitution, which made it easy to hear your voice.
Point being, most people would have to eat a monstrous amount of
Traveler's
mushrooms
like, really?
to even hear you over the buzz of a mosquito. So you latched onto us as a group of people who can actually hear your voice. In other words...
You're too weak.
You said your mushrooms need time to grow. Which means you don't have enough power to keep us here.
And we're gonna eat you right now.
I may not have my former strength, but keeping a few humans right where I want them is a small task. Unless you think you can take on a creature as vicious and powerful as the Jade Plume Terrashroom.
Yeah, we just killed those like nothing.
Because you definitely can't.
Ah, forget about
Right.
him.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, if he was telling the truth, we need to get back to the tribe as soon as possible.
We just turn our backs to him. It's like, go, goodbye.
No! You
Oh,
must be
no.
bluffing! A few measly humans couldn't possibly be that powerful! And what's this about a war against the Abyss? Hey, I want answers!
Paimon's not gonna waste one more word on this guy. Let's go!
We like, what's the word? We kind of like let him appeased him all this time, essentially. We went with his shenanigans. And now we're fed up. Oh, we got a little cutscene.
What should we do?
We have to eat all of them.
Worried?
Don't be. It's just a few mushrooms. A Tolly!
Get ready.
We have a feast tonight. It's kind of sad that the pre-rendered cutscenes and stuff has like really low quality in them. Oh no. Yeah, lol, they just left him there. I can see they're using a lot of the techniques that they've kind of made for Zenless Zone Zero. It's your time to shine, Varesa. Where like the animations and stuff look very like jello-y. Glub glub glub. Eat all the mushrooms.
More, please.
She becomes Chibi, a cartoon Chibi character.
Guess it's time to dig in.
Everyone's eating them.
Stop this at once! Huh?
Oh no.
What a great meal. Thanks, everyone. I feel like a whole new me.
And with that, we took care of all the green mushrooms.
Oh, how convenient.
Now, care to tell me what happened earlier? It was lights out for all three of you.
We got sent to another dimension or something. It happens all the time. You tell the chief everything that happened.
Someone planted a god in Varesa's orchard, and she's been eating it ever since.
Yeah, we know not every god that's still around is super strong, but this one reached a whole new low.
I can't imagine the bar getting any lower than that.
Also, didn't he have his facts all wrong? He kept going on about some kind of Archon War.
Oh, even the Fatui. Yeah, the Fatui. Yeah, there was that one scene with all the Fatui eating it too.
Well, Natlan was never part of the Archon War, so it rarely comes up around these parts. It makes sense that you don't know much about it, Varesa.
Whoa, hold on. Are you serious?
Of course. The infighting between the dragons pretty much took over everything. So, there was no room for the gods to join in.
Makes sense.
Yep, that checks out. Living under a rock all those years, Mushroom God wakes up, thinking it's still the Archon War, and tries to use that to convince people to worship him.
Little did he know, our lives are much better now than in the Age of the Dragons.
Interesting. I don't know. I feel like they kind of just tangentially touched on the Archon War. It didn't really reveal anything about the Archon War, so in the end, it just like doesn't really move the needle at all when it comes to like the storytelling of what's going on. So, I guess maybe they're leaving that mostly for the Archon quests to push the story forward, which I don't know. I feel like that's a shame. I feel like they could totally just like there's so much rich lore and like mysteries going on or loose threads in stories that exist in this game that I feel like they can totally just like continue to like tell the stories. But they seem to just touch on things here and there tangentially and push for like more character interactions more than anything and showcase character personalities and behaviors more than anything rather than pushing the actual like world story or the main story, or even just like giving us more information on the history of the world or some of the happenings in the world. More than anything nowadays.
So what do we do now? It can't be easy to slay a god.
We just did. We ate him to death.
I guess it's back to business as usual. As long as we keep picking the green mushrooms, that god is just a tasty mushroom at the end of the day.
So is that, are they gonna say that's the reason why that one Sumeru person told everyone to eat the green mushrooms right away? Because I guess maybe that's what they want us to connect ourselves. Is that some other Sumeru researcher found out about this whole thing and realized that continuing to eat the green mushrooms as they grow will keep the god weak? Because the god will never be able to spread its influence and gain its powers that way. Is that what they're gonna say next?
Actually, Traveler? Can I borrow you for a minute?
Sure thing.
Alright, here's good. So, it's not anything super important. I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
It's no biggie. It's just another days of work, another day in our life that we do.
Your encouragement gave me the courage to investigate the green mushrooms and helped me resolve a threat to my tribe.
What threat? There was no threat to begin with. If you guys just keep eating the green mushrooms, it would have been fine, right? So are they just gonna eat the mushrooms? Yes, I believe they're just gonna continue eating the mushrooms because they're really nutritious and delicious, apparently.
And maybe this sounds weird considering everything, but it was a really awesome adventure. I had fun.
Me too. It's an adventure I'll remember for a long time, and I immediately forget the moment I'm done.
Oh, why's that?
You got the chance to shine as a hero, and it was all you through and through.
You're right.
Endless food, yeah.
I never thought my appetite would save the day. It's pretty surreal. But it's like you said. All it takes is a little patience and perseverance, and my time will come. If I start to doubt myself in the future, all I need to do is think of this experience and everything I've learned along the way.
Yep, you got this.
Hey, you too!
Since, like, her mask that they kind of just touched upon, like, randomly, she's like, I have this mask. It reminds me of, or it helps me remember the courage of this hero I, look up to. And since that mask looked like the crowny thing above the fungi god's eyes, I thought that was gonna come into play, but apparently that's just my brain making connections that doesn't exist. Unless there's still some left, I don't know. But so I feel like that would have probably been touched upon at this point if it was actually a thing.
Akata was saying that since a scholar from Sumeru warned the tribe about the mushrooms, someone there must know about the mushroom god. Should we go check it out? Couldn't hurt to get more information.
Oh, it keeps on going.
Oh,
I thought it was,
good point.
we already beat the big boss.
But if we're heading to the academia, I need to get permission from Uncle Akatl first.
Ah.
Right. And it's not a quick trip. We have to cross the whole desert.
Damn. Why don't we just ask the Adventurers Guild? Who knows, maybe there's a Sumeru scholar in Natlan right now.
Good idea. Let's check it out.
And you'll be right. There is totally a Sumeru person, one or rather, in Natlan, for your convenience sake. Alright. Hey, Catherine. Endless girly talking.
Oh, Catherine's back! And isn't that Tainari?
Oh, we have a really smart Sumeru scholar here. One of the smartest, in fact. So we should get our answers for sure, right?
Word from the speaker's chamber was that an Amurta scholar happened to be conducting research in the area. So they helped me to get in touch.
Are we supposed to assume that when we interacted with the Catherine at that point to trigger this part of the story, maybe we told her, oh, we're looking for a Sumeru scholar, and then like maybe this is like a couple days later, and what was this guy's name? Tainari coincidentally was on the way here or something? I don't know. I feel like this part is a little bit contrived if we just came here and all of a sudden Tainari was also here as well. It's been a while, you two. So, you're the ones looking into the Sage Lord of Fungi? Yep, that's us.
Yep, you're an expert, so you must know all about him, right?
I'm an expert. I know everything. Unfortunately, there's still some VA issues for the English. Of course, to those in the Amurta Darshan, this case is a well-known part of ecological history. His power is tied to his number of clones, so at one point he possessed a truly fearsome form. But as his clones diminished in number, he got smaller and smaller until he couldn't hold onto physical form at all. And so he became possible to track. Scholars could only keep tabs on him by monitoring what remains of his clones. Now I'm learning his true form fled to Natlin?
Yeah, the mushrooms started popping up in our orchard not too long ago.
Well, from what I've heard, he has very few clones right now, so there's nothing to worry about. Feel free to use the mushrooms as you see fit. They really are delicious. Of course, in the interest of research, I would prefer to send a few scholars from my Darshan to monitor the situation every so often. What do you say? I wanted to get your permission before submitting a formal request to the Speaker's Chamber. I know that's not how that's not how Tainari normally sounds, but I don't remember how he like normally talks.
Of course. You're welcome anytime. That's a huge help, actually.
And even if I did remember how he talks, I don't think I'm good enough to imitate it.
I wanted to ask, though, you said what remains of his clones? Does that mean there are clones outside of Natlan? Even now?
Theoretically, huh? Oh yes, there's a huge one beneath the chasm.
Zamaran?
What?
You know that name?
I forgot all about that big mushroom that escaped from Sumeru. Yeah, okay, they're trying to connect some lore bits.
Yeah, Paimon calls it Sheesh Room. It's absolutely huge! Way more impressive than the puny Sage Lord.
It took a long time for Zamaran to grow into this form. Luckily, Zamaran isn't a green-capped mushroom, so there's no danger to us. And I believe its mind has been separated from the mushroom god for a very long time. I doubt there's a connection between them anymore.
We should go see Zamaran one of these days.
How many 5 stars do I have? I have a good amount of 5 stars. It's just that I'm a free-to-play account, so I've only went for like C0 for most of the 5 stars that I got, so they don't have any constellations. The only ones that have a lot of constellations for is like Chi-Chi and for whatever reason Dea. All the other ones is like maybe Keqing I might have a constellation here or there, but most of the other like character banner related 5 stars I only have them at C0.
Ooh, I'll come. It'll be nice to interact with a friendly mushroom for once.
Friendly is right, so this one is definitely not for eating.
I would never.
Ah, we've completed this quest, which isn't too bad at all. Okay. Ooh, okay, I can kind of show you real quick my account, I guess. But yeah, I've got Mawika. Now, a lot of these characters I have like no constellations for. I guess he's a 4-star Kea, and he's like one of the first characters I've gotten. I haven't maxed out his constellations yet. But essentially everyone at level 90 are characters that I've used a lot, especially for Spiral Abyss. Characters that are level 89 or level 90 also is like lots of constellations and a good set of artifacts, a decent weapon, and also crowned. So these are all the level 90s I have. Level 89s is essentially the only thing I haven't done is crown them, but everything else. Okay, for the 5 stars they don't have constellations, but all the 4-star ones I've maxed out their constellations. But yeah, I have Zhongli, Mawika, Raiden Shogun. Oh, yeah, I have all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. That's all of the Archons, right? I didn't even realize that. There's Nahida. The characters currently I'm using a lot is Arlecchino, Moika. I use Kazuha a lot since he's like the only character that can like suck people together. Oh no, Chi-Chi. You don't have Chi-Chi yet, and Venti. Oh yeah, Venti. Venti's down here. He's like one of the first characters in the game, so he's been power creeped like crazy, unfortunately. I think even Sucrose, I feel like it's a little bit better because his ult, even though he gets his ult or his burst really often, it sucks people like up, so that most of your characters, they can't really actually hit them, which is a little bit annoying. Yeah, I actually use Chi-Chi quite a bit. She is actually a pretty reliable healer.
1, 2, breathe. 3, 4, and
So yeah, I have a lot of constellations for because I lose 50-50 very often. And again, I've started playing the game essentially on release date, so that's like 5 years ago in 2020. I think it was like August or July of 2020. July, August, maybe September, I don't know. It's like near the end of the year of 2020 this game released, right? I got her a good set of artifacts. She's using Sacrificial Sword, which is good enough for her since she's not really a DPS character. I just use her for healing, right? Yeah, and all the 89s are characters that I would like to use more, or I have used a bit, but I wasn't sure if I want to like crown them. Also, a lot of these 4 stars, like level 89. For all the 4 stars, if they're level 89 for me, it means they have maxed out constellations. So yeah, all these ones down here are like kind of characters that I haven't really put as much effort into leveling up, or they don't have full constellations. I really want more constellations for Shinobu. I feel like she'll be a really fun one to have on a team. And I don't know these days if anyone remember that this character is in the game. You have C1 Jean and C1 Keqing. What I think I might have a few constellations for Jean as well. Only 2. But I used to use her, but she got power creep like crazy too, like for her healing. One issue I have is that you have to like, she only heals effectively through her burst, and you have to like switch to her to hit with her elemental skill in order to get the energy to charge her burst. But like that is like not as reliable as like Chi-Chi just fire off her elemental skill and everyone
1,
heals.
2,
Or even
breathe.
like Siegeween, where you just like fire off her elemental skill and it heals everyone. So I stopped using her. I used to use her a lot. That's why she's level 90. I think she might have been one of the first characters I maxed out back when there wasn't as many characters. She was actually one of the good ones, but she was really quickly power crept by like Kokomi and some of these other healers. And I think Bennett might, if you want to go for DPS and over healing, if you're like good enough at the game where you can avoid a lot of the damage, I think Bennett might be more useful since if you stand in his ult, he gives you like a damage buff as well. How many energy recharges on my Raiden? 258? Is that a lot? I don't know. I have my Raiden Shogun with like I don't have any good weapons, I guess, since I'm free to play. I only have the weapons that I pull kind of randomly. Oop, that's not the button I want to do. I guess maybe this could potentially be better for her since it's also energy recharge, but I feel like at this point there was really not much of a difference. It's like the constellations that provide more utility and stuff, right? Do I have C5 Bennett, no C6. Oh, you have C6, C5 Bennett. I don't know. A lot of people avoid the last constellation for Bennett. I don't know if MiHoYo changed this or not.
Benny's a...
But there was like an ongoing thing in the community where, since if you have a sword, claymore, or polearm character stand in his field, in his elemental burst, it would convert their damage into pyro damage, which if you're using a character like Sino or something, actually no, I think they specifically added to those kind of characters that it cannot be overwritten. But some characters like Chang Yun or something, they would do pyro damage and then it just like makes their cryo damage like moot, right? So they won't pull off as much damage as they should. And people didn't like that about the last constellation. Oh yeah. Your friend also knows about this issue. I don't know, for me, I was just thinking like, I don't really care too much about this, because a lot of the times the characters, I guess the newer characters, whenever they do overwrite their normal attacks or something with their own like element, it'll say like it cannot be overwritten. Like if I go to Navia here, I think Navia was one, right? Was it this one? Or was it this one? Maybe it was this one? Yeah, I'm just quickly scanning the description. Fires off Umbrella String will summon, dealing Uisa line damage. Maybe she's not a good example. I'm pretty sure she keeps her whenever she does, or maybe it was one of these. Oh yeah, it says like converts geo damage which cannot be overwritten. So a lot of the newer, or all of the newer characters that has this a part of their kit, I think they essentially did this specifically so that Chang Yun's field and Bennett's field doesn't mess with their DPS. But yeah, if you have like Chang Yun not in his own field and in Bennett's field, he'll do like pyro damage. But I guess some people argue that potentially having a lot of characters able to apply pyro potentially can be higher DPS, because if you combo that with elemental reactions, overall it's like a higher DPS, even though like maybe on the spot it's like lower, just if you're looking at the damage you're doing. But if you also include all the elemental reactions and stuff that happens, maybe it turns out to be higher depending on how you, like your team is built and everything. But yeah, I see 6 stim because I didn't really care, and I really, there's like a side of me that just hated seeing that that like star here. I'm just like, I gotta get rid of it. I'm gonna have to upgrade it, or like the little like exclamation mark. All right. Does that mean I am done this? Nice. I got this reward. Oh, we got some dried up mushrooms. Wait, is it dried up? Gem blooms? I guess these might not be mushrooms. They're flowers. Is that the material you need to upgrade her? I guess you need to fight this thing in order to, the new boss, in order to get the materials to upgrade her, right? Oh, that's this thing. So is that weird dried flower just like the new resource that you need to like farm for in this area? Okay. I don't remember. There was something else I wanted to touch on about these characters, and I've kind of went from one topic to the next and just forgot about what I originally wanted to say. Was it something about Raiden Shogun? I don't think so, actually. But yeah, Farina, I think, is Farina available right now? Or was that the last set of banners? No, it was the last set of banner. I think I would probably recommend Farina over a lot of the newer characters. I don't have Xian Yun either, unfortunately. But I don't have a lot of resources, so I don't think I'll be pulling on either of these banners anytime soon. And I actually don't know who is in the next. Who is actually coming up? Do they tell you? So Ian-san and Varesa. Oh, Shilolin and Venti is coming back. Oh, I feel like it's been a while since Venti has shown up. I might go for Shilolin since she's like a healer. And I don't have like a Natlin healer at the moment. Wait, do I have a Natlin healer? You have Farina too, 50 to 60 pity. Yeah, I really like Farina. I really like her story as well. How she's like not the Hydro Archon. But she kind of is, but not really. Which other? Oh yeah, I was gonna check Keching's constellation. I think that was the other thing I wanted to look at. Yeah, I have a few of her, so I guess I lost 50-50 a bunch of times and got Keching. What about Mona? I got one Mona. Oh, only got 2 Deas. Oh, but the 2 Deas here are both, one of them is lost on, Mawika's banner. So I got Dea at home. Or I got Mawika at home, essentially. And the other one was lost on Clarin's banner. And losing on Clarin's banner got me so mad at the game. That Clarin was actually one of the characters that I really wanted ever since she was introduced into the story at like right in the beginning of 5.0's Archon Quest or 4.0's Archon Quest, and I just kept losing. I kept losing 50-50 on her banner, and it was like, yeah. I guess yeah. I was trying to highlight Aloy. At some point, Genshin Impact dabbled in the idea of third-party characters coming into the game, and that gave me like so much hope that the game would be like really fun with like a bunch of these event characters, but that never ended up being a thing. So so much potential in this game gone. They're just gone at this point. Yeah, I used to use Hu Tao quite a bit, but then she got power crept by Arlecchino. And I guess right now I'm using Mawika a lot more than Arlecchino, because a lot of the challenges require like that night soul burst or whatever. You get bonuses if you are in that, which Arlecchino doesn't have. And yeah, of course, these 4 stars has been very, very useful ever since the beginning of the game. I still use these guys, these 5 guys, and sometimes Noelle. But I don't think I use anyone else. There's still like a few, like Barbara here. I don't know. She was free right from the beginning, so I don't think they would have made her super strong.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
Yeah, I don't have any healer. I kind of wish he was a healer or something. I think he's not a healer. So I would have a Natlin healer, but maybe I'll go for Shilonin when her her banner comes back. You want to see Hu Tao? So she is a HP character, so the more HP you give her, the stronger she is. And I currently have her on this staff instead, or this spear instead. But I think I had her using... Don't give her this. Even though you might be tempted to, that's not a good idea. I don't remember what I had her using before though. But this is also HP, so I thought it might help. But I can put her on the team real quick. Like, she was really good, but I do feel like she has been power creeped at this point.
Good eye.
One of the things about her kit is that you can kind of think of it one way or another. You can think of her as having 40, like, if you look at the bottom here, she has 44,000 HP. One way you can think of it is that she only has 22,000 HP, and anything more than that, like more than the 50% mark, is like extra HP for you to use, because she only really becomes powerful when she's below her 50% HP. Otherwise, you lose like a huge attack buff. Is there like any enemies I can fight? So one of the things she does is that you have to go into her elemental skill, and when you use her charge attack, she puts these like flowers on people, and every once in a while the flowers would like proc a damage. Okay, I don't have the buff anymore. And yeah, every time you use the elemental skill, she sacrifices health. And a way to like heal her back up is to use her elemental burst. The more characters she hits with her elemental burst, the more health she gets back. And yeah, that's kind of the flow of her combat. But like, you can kind of see like she's doing like, I don't know, 5,000, 6,000 damage here. If I use just regular attacks with, okay, maybe not. Oh wait, that last hit was like a 3,000. But like just normal, no buffs or anything with Mawika is already like almost as much damage. And when I actually like power her up and she's proccing like abilities and stuff, like the DPS is just so much higher and requires so much less skill to actually like use. Whereas for her, you gotta watch her HP, make sure it's not too low and not too high. You gotta like time her charge attacks and make sure she has like enough stamina to do her charge attacks and also be able to run. I guess one thing, she can phase through things, which I don't know how useful that is in combat in practice. But yeah, it's just that newer characters have kind of power crept her quite a bit. So yeah, you can like zoom through people. So this is like her most powerful. I guess you can maybe try elemental reactions. Oh, I don't have the buff anymore. Yeah, that's another thing. If you use her elemental skill and then you switch off her, she loses that buff. So you gotta wait for it to recharge.
Time to go.
Ooh, I missed.
Calm down.
Yeah, I think most people will try to get vaporize reactions or melt reactions out of her, because that increases the amount of damage she does. I think if you do a melt or a cryo and then you apply fire on top of it, melt, or hydro and you put fire or pyro on top of it, vaporize, it's like a 2.5 times like damage modifier instead of like a static like modifier like electro charged or something. You want to give her HP weapon too? Yeah, the Fontaine one is the one that I gave her at the moment for Hu Tao. This is the Fontaine, like the one that you can craft through the weaponsmith. My friend have Baiju and keeps healing my Hu Tao. Oh no! I guess that's another issue with like co-op too. You can't really use her if you have a dedicated healer on your team. It'll just heal you, and then you lose out on your damage, your DPS potential. You're mostly using Bennett's ult, Raiden's E, and then Hu Tao. Oh, okay, that's a good combination. I've been using a variation of the
Silly
I guess it'll be easier to
child.
show in this menu here. One of my teams... Do I actually even have like a team made? It doesn't look like it. Can I swap to this? So one of my teams that I use really often is actually official ad.
Behold,
Quick
the
setup.
Prinzessin der Verurteilung.
Kazuha. Off the top of my head, I'm just like not able to think for some reason. Her? Xiangling? And it used to be Kokomi. I guess this is like the Sukokomon team, right? But recently I swapped it to her since she has like 2 charges in her heals, whereas she only has 1. And I believe her elemental skill also recharges a lot faster too. And she's a bow character, so there's like some bosses that require you to hit specific spots to interrupt their like super attacks as well. So she like really power crept over Kokomi. But yeah, this is a team that I use quite a bit. Sometimes I might get rid of her and put her in if I want to kind of get more ults out of these two instead of like the elemental reactions from her. So this could be my team as well. Another team that I've been using quite a bit is her, Xingqiu, Yelan, and just like any healer essentially. It could be like I didn't want to add a third Hydro, so I opt for Chi-Chi a lot of the times, but you can totally put a Bennett if you're not too worried about your health as well.
This will be a productive partnership.
Then you get like the Pyro like damage boost and the healing, extra healing from the 2 Hydros. But like when these 2 bursts are both up and you're spamming like her normal attacks that has like the buff to it too, it's like you just like delete everything, you melt everything, and you also get the vaporize elemental reaction too, so like this like pretty crazy damage. Other than that, I think recently I've been using Malwika a little bit more because a few of the Spiral Abysses required you to like use the Night Soul burst. You get like extra bonus perks and stuff whenever you do a Night Soul thing. I tried to use Dendro, but I didn't really get a lot out of it. I think a lot of people say you need Nilou to kind of really flourish with Dendro team. But I haven't really had a lot of luck using Nahida. As much as I want to use her, I guess whenever the Spiral Abyss rotates around to like boosting Dendro again, I might use her, but I haven't been using her as much as I guess when Sumeru was. Actually, did I even have her during Sumeru? I might not have even had her during Sumeru. I might have pulled her on a rerun in Fontaine at some point. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I require the fights require you to have Geo to like break constructs and stuff, and I would have Zhongli, or I've actually replaced Ito with Navia. Like Ito's kit is pretty fun, but for whatever reason, Navia's kit is just easier to use, and you can just dish out more damage. So Navia is just like a better version of Ito, just like power crept over him as well. But yeah. I guess that's a lot of the characters I have. As much as I like Ganyu, I have trouble using her. She's actually really strong if you know how to use her properly, because you essentially just walk around strafing and charge up her bow and shoot at the ground, and then you just like do a lot of AoE. But I have trouble playing as her. I always get like knocked around and interrupted. So unless I pair her with like Zhongli or something and put a shield around her, I like a lot of times just struggle. I tried to build a team where it's all cryo and you use like Shenhe. Shenhe is like one of the characters that haven't had a lot of reruns recently, actually. I think the only way you would have got her was like through the special banner recently, right? During the Chinese New Year stuff. So I don't think she had a dedicated banner for a very long time. But yeah, I tried to build like a cryo team with her, Gan Yu, and I don't know who else. I think it might have been the lady, the shielder lady. What was her name? Layla? I tried to build her as well. And see how that went, but it wasn't too successful for me. I think cryo is really helpful when you pair it with a hydro and you're able to freeze everyone. But that's about it. But yeah, Nouvelette is really fun. He can essentially solo a lot of stuff since especially if you get constellations for him, he even like is uninterruptible, or his interrupt ability is like decreased as well. So you can just like spam his elemental skill, elemental burst, and charge attacks. And you just cycle from one of those to the other, and eventually everyone melts in front of him, which is really fun. But yeah. Recently, I did, however, get Risley. And I believe he's going to power creep my Ayaka at this point. So yeah. I don't know, Ayaka was really fun to play as. The only thing I didn't like about Ayaka is that her sprinting animation is like the one similar to Mona, where you go into the ground, and it feels really janky to move around in that like form. I don't know what you call it, in that like ability. That's the only thing I don't like about her. But then at the same time, every time she pops back out of that form, she like spreads cryo to everything. So you kind of have like a free cryo just by, or a cryo application just by sprinting. So you can like freeze everyone if you have her and like someone who just like envelops you with hydro. I guess she pairs really well with Ayato, which is a character I don't have, unfortunately. But yeah, I believe Risley is probably gonna be the one to dethrone her for cryo at this point. Cryo damage. Your friend has Nouvelette. I recommend Nouvelette. He's a really fun character to play. But yeah. Is there a way I can disband this team? Yes. Then we'll go back to this one. And who did I have here instead? Oh yeah, I had Zhongli actually. This is the team I've been kind of just playing, doing my dailies and everything with. It's kind of a sad to split these two up since they're like best friends, right? Sidrin and Risley. But yeah, essentially, Zhongli's shield is still like unrivaled. I still feel like he's a better shielder than even the new character, Lanyan. I think if you have constellations for Lanyan, Lanyan, she might actually, in some cases, be a better shielder, since I think one of the constellations is like every time a character attacks while shielded, it like replenishes her shield or something like that. So in the end, it just counts. You just need to worry about the cooldown or the cast time, or not the cast time, the duration of it, right? The duration of the shield. But currently, I still feel like my Zhongli is a better shielder than she is. And yeah, I essentially, Risley is like my main damage dealer. I use Malwika to do damage whenever his elemental skill is not up. But Zhongli shields, Sidrin heals, Risley I try to do as much damage as possible, even though I think Malwika at this point still does more damage than him. But I use her elemental skill to just like pulse her fire attacks out onto people. But yeah, this is the team I've been using, and I've been having fun. I've been having a lot of fun using this team. She's a bow character. So lots of utility in the open world when it comes to finding like puzzles and stuff too, because a lot of puzzles you had to like hit random targets and stuff, or there's like Nemo slimes that you gotta hit or whatever. Zhongli's elemental skill can just destroy like ore, so mining with him is like really easy and satisfying whenever you just like destroy a bunch of ore. I wonder if I can find a bunch of ore and show that off real quick. I think it was like somewhere around here, right? There was a lot of ore. You love the fact that Risley has an animation with Siege Green sticker? Really? Okay, I have to see this now. Let's wait for an idle animation. Do you have to have Siege Green on the team to trigger that? Or is it just a random one? That's not the one. Give me a Siege Green sticker. On his glove. Oh, was that the animation I just skipped? No! I done goofed. Alright. There's a little bit of stream delay, so it's a little bit mismatched between what I'm reading, I guess, and what you're seeing. Alright. Where's the sticker? Oh, I see it! I see it! I never noticed this. Is it... it's a little like bunny or something, or I guess it's a melazine. But yeah, I think there should be some... Oh no, I destroyed it. Oh no, here we go. This is what I like to do with Zhongli.
Solidify!
And then you just pick everything up. I don't know why, it just like tickles that monkey part of my brain. And it's like, ah.
Let's ride!
Let's begin.
Let's kill this family of dinosaurs. It's because they attacked us first, okay? That one gets to live. To tell others of our exploits. To fear us. The stickers change? What? Okay, let's see if we can get another one. He also has his aura right now. Here. And heal him up. Do the glove animation. Nope. Come on. I wonder if it's going to be in the same spot every time, too.
A word of advice, don't break the law. Is there anything else? Yeah, seriously, don't break the law.
I think he has a idle voice line as well, where he says like, oh, if you see any stickers on me, it's just Melazine's playing pranks on me or something like that. Come on, Risley, pull out your glove again.
I once considered keeping some pets in my office, but soon gave up on the idea. It's just not right to keep small animals where they won't be able to see the sun.
Oof. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's a shark this time? Interesting. You can see him like struggle to peel it off for a little bit there. Oh, that's really cool. I'm really glad I pulled for Risley. One of my favorite animations is actually this one, where he like puts away his gloves and then like adjusts his tie. He's just like super cool. That's like at the very last in his attack chain, and if you let his animations play through, he like readjusts his tie. He's like just super cool. Yeah, I guess the last thing I kind of want to touch on, I think I'm going to end things pretty soon here because I'm actually getting kind of hungry. And we finished the story, and I've just kind of felt, since it's really rare for me to have people in chat, I felt like maybe we can like hang out for a little bit. But the other thing was that I wanted to mention was when you can break like ore with Zhongli's elemental skill. If you don't have like the ore breaking, if you don't have the elemental skill up for this, like combo of characters, you can just switch to Mawika here. And since she's a great sword user, you can also continue like, I don't know how useful ore chunks are to people, but as a free-to-play player, for the longest time, I had to like daily make those weapon enhancement things just to keep up that resource in order to like upgrade my weapons and stuff. But I think at this point I don't have to do that anymore, since the if I go here, the battle pass rewards, like the free battle pass, I guess, like the rewards that come from the top row here, there is, wait, is there? I thought there was. Maybe I think I chose to have Mora instead of the weapons ability, the weapon ones. But yeah, for a while,
Add Astra.
I was able to claim, I guess, this from here and convert that into weapon enhancement materials. And I feel like I have a good amount of it now, since I feel like I don't really get new weapons all that often anymore. And I'm not looking to like give the perfect weapon to everyone anymore either. So I don't like make new weapons either. So yeah, this like enhancement materials. How much do I have? Yeah, I have like 4,000 of them. I feel like I have like a good amount of it just sitting around now. Citron likes to place the stickers on Risley's back. And I guess it's because he struggles to get them off by himself. Yeah, I guess he doesn't notice, and it just hangs out on his back, and then it's like, oh, if you see anyone on my back, it's the Melusine. They're like pranking me or something like that. Alrighty. Well, thank you for being in chat and hanging out with me here. It actually kind of made going through the story a little bit more pleasant to have someone to like talk to about.
Have you ever seen these stickers on my back?
Oh, he's saying it.
Do me a favor and take them off. Melusines like to play pranks sometimes.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna end things now. I'm gonna go get me something to eat, so. Alrighty. I'm gonna go now. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. I believe I'll probably go back to Final Fantasy VII if you're interested. Continue to play Rebirth at some point. But whenever there's like a Genshin Impact story update, I'll probably also stream that as well. But currently, I don't know if I want to stream this, since it seems like just like an event. And from what I understand, events, I feel like has like the lowest quality stories, since they're limited time. So like if people miss out on these stories, it wouldn't be that big of an impact, since it's like all standalone stuff that doesn't really amount to anything. It's just like bonus stuff at this point, right? So I probably will do this event on my own, but whenever there's like a big update with a cool new area or a new Archon quest or something, I'll probably stream it. Okay, I gotta go now. Bye bye.